Good evening and welcome inside America's Classic Ballpark, FirstEnergy Stadium, as we get set for Game 3 of 3, the finale between the Reading Fightin Phils and the Portland Sea Dogs. We welcome you into the pregame show here on the Fightin Phils Radio Network. I'm Jake Starr. My broadcast partner, Bob McCool, will be joining myself in just a couple of moments. Well, today the Fightin Phils, after a bit of a rain delay, are looking to do something that they have not done since the 2019 season, August 2nd to 4th of 2019 to be exact, and that is sweep a series. Today, the Fightin Phils are looking to sweep out the Portland Sea Dogs and jump back over 500 for the first time in a while, and the latest in a season, and also quite a while as well. So, Reading 3-0 victory last night over the Portland Sea Dogs, and they will send Griff McGarry to the mound going up against Connolly Early as the Fightin Phils are in search of matching a season high with their 4th straight win. But we're going to step aside for a moment, and when we come back, we'll do what we do every Sunday, and that is take a look around the organization with our weekly Phillies minor league report. That's coming up when the pregame show rolls on after this. Back here on the pregame show, here on the Fightin Phillies radio network. If you're just joining us, I am Jake Starr. We'll be joined by my broadcast partner, Bob McCool, here in a couple of moments as we are not too far away from first pitch in game number 3 of 3 between the Reading Fightin Phillies and the Portland Sea Dogs, the AA affiliate of the Boston Red Sox. Reading will resume a 9-game homestand on Tuesday. The Sea Dogs head to Richmond to continue a 9-game road trip with Game 1 on Tuesday. Well, Bob McCool, the Fightin Phillies take the field. Reading today, they're going for their first sweep in nearly 6 full calendar years. What's it going to take to come out victorious tonight?
Well, a little bit more of what's gone on the last 2 nights, which starts first and foremost with solid pitching. They got a great effort from Chuck King on Friday night, and even though Koyo Ioogi had some control issues yesterday, in the end, he ended up giving the Phils a solid start and some good bullpen work down the end and holding the Sea Dogs to just 2 hits.
Well, the Fightin Phillies have taken the field, led by tonight's starting pitcher, Griff McGarry. And with that, that'll conclude tonight's pregame show. We'll step aside for a moment. Lineups and first pitch coming up after this on the Fightin Phillies radio network. Good evening and welcome inside FirstEnergy Stadium, America's Classic Ballpark, for game number 3 of 3 of this week's series between the Reading Fightin Phillies and the Portland Sea Dogs. Welcome to the broadcast. I am Jake Starr, joined alongside my broadcast partner, Bob McCool. And let's take a look now at our starting lineups. We will start first for the visitors, the Portland Sea Dogs. Leading off for the Sea Dogs will be Mikey Romero, who'll play third base. James Tibbs bats second, plays right field. Alan Castro is at the DH. He'll bat third. Zach Earhart bats fourth, plays left. Brooks Brannon fifth. He'll be the catcher. Drew Earhart sixth at first base. Caden Rose bats seventh. He will play center. Abram Leendo is eighth. He'll be at short. Carson Seamus bats ninth, plays second. And on the other side on the mound, it'll be Connolly Early for the Sea Dogs. We'll get you his numbers here in a couple of moments. And now we'll take a look at the starting lineup for the Fightin Phillies, presented by Golden Oaks Landscaping. Aiden Miller leads off. He'll play shortstop. Dylan Campbell bats second and plays center. Felix Reyes third. He will play right. Paul McIntosh third is the catcher. Alex Pinellas fifth at first base. Luis Verdugo is sixth, plays third. Robert Moore bats seventh. He is at second. Cade Fergus eighth and left. Eric Brizzo bats ninth. He's the eighth. And on the mound tonight for the Reading Fightin Phillies, making his eighth start, it is Griff McGarry.
McGarry 0-2 with a 3.33 earned run average. He's been solid, if not spectacular, in his return from the IL after starting the season with a couple of starts for the Phils and going on the IL for a while. But again, 8 starts, as Jake's mentioned, 0-2 with a 3.33 earned run average in 27 innings pitched. He's given up just 15 hits, 33 strikeouts. He has given up 18 walks. And that's always the issue with Griff McGarry. The stuff is no question about. The control has been a problem with him at times. He has also, in his first 7 starts, surrendered just 1 home run.
So Mikey Romero will dig in here for the Sea Dogs to get this game started on this Sunday evening here in Baseball Town. And Fightin Phillies today playing as the Reading Hot Dogs, wearing their famous hot dog uniforms. We'll get you the umpires. We'll get you the defense for the Fightin Phillies here in a moment. McGarry, the righty, is set, fires the first pitch home. It's swung on and missed at 6:17 p.m. 81 degrees under now sunny skies. Had a bit of a brief rain delay is our first pitch temperature presented by All Temp Enterprises. 275 this year is Mikey Romero at the plate. Digs in from the left side. 59th game for Romero. Take the next pitch for a strike. It's 0-2. Fastball at 95 there from Griff McGarry. Second start McGarry has had against the Sea Dogs this year. First one went very well. Went 4 no-hit innings, struck out a season-high 8 in his first start of the year on April the 6th. The 0-2 was swung on and fouled off to the left side by Romero. It's still no balls and 2 strikes. Romero, 21-year-old, has played mostly shortstop for the Sea Dogs this season, but he plays third base in today's game with Abram Liendo getting the start at shortstop. No balls, 2 strikes to count here to Mikey Romero. Fightin Phillies have won the first 2 games of this series. They're looking for a sweep. Here's the 0-2. That one misses a bit up. 1 ball and 2 strikes there from Griff McGarry. Romero in his career 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts against McGarry. Faced him back on April the 6th. Next pitch home, swung on, rolled over right side. McGarry will scoop it along the first base line, and will apply the tag to Mikey Romero. That is out number 1. So that'll bring James Tibbs up, and let's bring you the rest of the R-Phil's defense here. Alex Pinellas at first, Robert Moore plays second. Aiden Miller, the shortstop, and Luis Verdugo plays third. Felix Reyes in right, Dylan Campbell in center. Kate Fergus plays left. Paul McIntosh is the catcher tonight for the R-Phils.
Nice job by McGarry. Bounce off the mound. He was off that mound quickly to get that little dribbler down the first base line quick enough to get there before Romero did. So all you had to do was pick it up and tag him out.
First pitch to James Tibbs, over for a strike. It's 0-1. McGarry has not gone more than 4 innings in a start this year. He's done it 5 times. And I think at this point, about a month off the injured list, the 0-1. Hit outside, 1-1. You think Redding would like to probably try to stretch him, get 5 innings out of McGarry?
I guarantee you Griff McGarry would like to stretch himself out a little bit as well. That's part of his main goal of this year was to kind of reestablish himself as a starter in the Phillies organization.
1-1, swung on, fouled straight back. It's 1-2.
Phillies had made the decision to try him out as a reliever. That's what he did last year, predominantly with the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, and it just really didn't work out all that well. But talking to him, going back to media day at the beginning before the season, he was kind of really zoning in on, like, this is a chance for me to do what I want to do and establish myself as a starter again.
1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out to Tibbs. Pitch home, swing and a miss, struck him out. First strikeout tonight for Griff McGarry. Gets out number 2 here in the inning, and that'll bring Alan Castro to the plate. The DH tonight for the Sea Dogs.
It's been a pretty heavy diet of fastballs for McGarry, and that is his ace pitch. There's no doubt about it. It's 94, 95, but it's got good movement on it as well. With the exception of a cutter that he threw on the little ground ball from Mikey Romero, it's been all fastballs so far for the first 8 of the 9 pitches that McGarry's thrown.
First pitch is swung on by Castro. Fly ball third base side. Foul territory. Verdugo, the third baseman, races over, but it will go out of play foul towards the 67 club. So it's no balls and 1 strike to count. '55th game for Alan Castro this year. He's a .280 hitter overall. Next pitch is a check swing on a pitch outside. No swing. And it's a ball, 1-1. Get you our umpires now. Nick Mull is at home plate. James Allen, they just checked to, is at third. Nobu Yasuda, the crew chief for this staff, rounds out this 3-man Eastern League umpiring crew at third. 1-1, swing and a miss, 1-2. Very nice slider there from Griff McGarry. And he's a strike away from getting out of this first inning with no damage done. Infield back for the R-Phils. They're shaded a bit towards the right side with the lefty Castro up. 1-2 home. It's up and away. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Of course, talk about the Fightin Phillies wearing their hot dog uniforms, red and yellow tops, white pants. Sea Dogs, after wearing red the first 2 games of this series, and their navy blue road tops. So no grays this weekend from the Sea Dogs. 2-2 to Castro. Misses it a bit down. It's 3-2.
That's the first slider that McGarry has thrown. He had given Castro nothing but fastballs up until that pitch.
So full count, 2 outs now. The count to Ellen Castro. Griff McGarry sets, winds home. Swing and a miss, struck him out. Dialed it up to 96 on that fastball from the 26-year-old righty Griff McGarry, and that retires the side here in the first. Sea Dogs go up, 3 down. We'll head to the home half of the first. Portland nothing. Reading coming to bat. Portland nothing across in the top half of the first inning. And now let's meet the Phillies lineup one more time tonight. Aiden Miller, Dylan Campbell, Felix Reyes, Paul McIntosh, Alex Benelis, and Luis Verdugo. Robert Moore, Kate Fergus, and Eric Brito. Al Patrique's 9-hole rollout on this Sunday evening. And it'll be Connolly Early who gets the ball, the lefty for the Sea Dogs tonight.
Early, 23-year-old lefty. Also a Virginia Cavalier, just like Griff McGarry, two years behind McGarry at the University of Virginia. But Early is making his 12th start with Portland. He is 7-2 with a 2.59 earned run average in 66 innings pitched. He's given up just 49 hits. He has struck out 90 and walked 29, surrendering just 2 home runs in 11 starts.
So here's Aiden Miller, first pitch to him. He'll take a changeup over for a called strike. It's 0-1. Miller 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts in his career against Connolly Early, who has made 2 starts against Reading this season. Both have been excellent outings for the lefty. Fires home. Miller will take it low and away. It's 1-1. Early pitched against Reading on April the 6th, 3 2/3, no earned runs, 7 strikeouts. Also faced Reading May the 24th. 5 scoreless innings, 1 hit, 9 strikeouts. So 8 2/3 total, no earned runs, 16 strikeouts, 6 walks. 1-1 to Miller, waves and whiffs at it. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Sinker at 94 from Connolly Early. 23-year-old, turned 23 back in early April, actually the day before opening day. So he probably celebrated his birthday in the best place possible, on a bus to Reading, Pennsylvania. Of course, Portland and Reading opened the season here back in early April. It's a 3-game sweep for the Sea Dogs. Reading looking to return the favor today. 1-2 from Early. Miller swinging a miss on a pitch in the dirt. Tag is applied by the catcher, Brannon, and that is out number 1. And that'll bring it Dylan Campbell to the plate.
It's a very long look by Early in at his catcher, Brooks Brannon. I don't know if they couldn't get on the same page or not. He just got that pitch off before pitch clock violation. The pitch clock was down to 1 second when he started his delivery.
So Dylan Campbell batting second, highest he has batted in the Fightin Phillies batting order since joining the Phillies a couple of weeks back in Richmond. Digs in from the right side. First pitch from the lefty Early. It's swung on a miss by Campbell. It's 0-1. Very righty-heavy lineup today for the Phillies. Just one lefty. That's Alex Benelis. Robert Moore also in the lineup. He's a switch hitter, so he'll bat from the right side when he does come up in the 7-hole. 0-1. Campbell swings on a line drive towards the left center field gap. Back and over goes Zach Earhart, and he tracks it down to make the catch. That's out number 2. Ball was stung by Campbell. 103 off the bat. But a nice play by Earhart to make a nice little leaping catch for out number 2.
Yeah, just hung up a little bit for Campbell, and Earhart cheating a little bit towards left center field as well. And cut that off, but off the bat, that looked like it had gap written all over it.
That'll bring Felix Reyes to the plate for the Fightin' Phils. We'll dig in from the right side here. First pitch to him. Swinging a foul ball. It's 0-1. 2 outs here, bottom half of the first inning. Still a scoreless ball game between Reading and Portland. Final game of a 3-game set between the teams. Reading victorious in the first 2. It was a 3-0 shutout win for Reading last night. Their 3rd shutout victory of the season. 0-1 from early. Gets the outside corner for a called strike. It's 0-2. 50th game Reyes has played with Reading this year. He's hitting .301. He's got an OPS right at 900 on the season. The 0-2 swings at a curveball and he fouls it. Off to the left side, it's still no balls and 2 strikes. Eight home runs, 22 runs driven in on the season for Felix Reyes. Cade Fergus surpassed him in that category last night with his team best 9th home run. 0-2, and Reyes will take that on the inside corner. It's a called strike 3, so a couple of strikeouts in a 1-2-3 first inning for Connolly early. Neither team yet to have a batter reach through 1. We're scoreless as we move to the top half of the second inning. International Fireworks, the official sponsor of the Phillies fireworks shows during the 2025 season. Head to their store at 242 Sycamore Road in Douglasville or head to fireworksrus.com. So top half of the second inning, Fightin' Phils and Sea Dogs scoreless. Both pitchers have traded 1-2-3 frames to start off this contest. And Griff McGarry's back out, 4-5-6 due up for the Sea Dogs here in the inning. Zach Earhart will lead things off here for Portland. Holding on in from the right-handed batter's box. Slightly open stance from the right side here for Zach Earhart. Griff McGarry picked up a couple of strikeouts in the first. And the first pitch to Earhart is swung on a crank deep to left field. Fergus back to the wall. He turns and it's gone. An ambush home run from Zach Earhart on the first pitch he sees from Griff McGarry. 364 feet, 101 off the bat. 7th of the season for Zach Earhart, and the Sea Dogs lead at 1-0.
Well, as I mentioned in the first inning, it's been a heavy diet of fastballs from Griff McGarry, and that's exactly what Zach Earhart did, and he didn't waste any time on it. Jumped on that first pitch fastball at 94. It just gets right around thigh high, and Earhart turned on it, and that quickly. Sea Dogs are on top.
So here's Brooks Brannon. First pitch to him, he swings, and he fouls it straight back. It's 0-1.
It's also the first time in this series, now again, just a 3-game series, but it's the first time in this series that Portland has had the lead.
Yeah. Reading has led pretty much the entire series. Here's the 0-1. Swing and a miss, 0-2. Nice slider down low from Griff McGarry.
Obviously, they won it 3-0 last night. They jumped out to that 4-0 lead on Friday night. Then the Sea Dogs made a little bit of pushback, but the Phils ended up winning that one 6-3. So that ends a run of 19 innings with a lead in some capacity.
A tie or lead. 0-2. Low and away, 1-2.
It's also just the second home run that Griff McGarry has given up now on the year.
See, the last time Reading trailed was the end of Game 2 of last Saturday's doubleheader against Chesapeake. It's been up for a ball, 2-2. So it's 28 straight innings of either tied or leading baseball.
That's a pretty good run.
Team's playing better right now, and you're seeing it. You're seeing tangible results. They sit at 10-10 in the second half. 2-2, swinging a miss, struck him out. Third strikeout today for Griff McGarry. It's the first out of the second inning, and that'll bring Drew Earhart to the plate.
Yeah, it's a great job by coming back now after the home run by McGarry and ultimately getting Brannon on the slider away. Now he's facing right-handed hitters for the first time in this inning as well. He faced 3 left-handed hitters in inning number 1. So now maybe going a little bit more with the breaking stuff, facing right-handed.
First pitch to Drew Earhart is a check swing. Doesn't matter, it's a called strike by home plate umpire Nick Mull. And it's 0-1 to Drew Earhart. Earhart, 223, doesn't play a ton, just his 37th game this season. The 0-1 is swung on a line drive foul down the first base line. And it's quickly 0-2. Yeah, it's also a broken bat.
That unmistakable sound. Earhart just kind of gave it the handle tap on the ground just to be sure, but it sounded broken, and it is.
There's also Johnny Reyna in the first base coach's box for Portland today. Kyle Sasala, who usually coaches first, is over at third. So Chad Epperson deciding to manage from the third base dugout today. Or maybe he just took a jump start on the trip to Richmond.
Could be. We don't know that. We don't know that for a fact.
0-2. Swinging a fly ball hit out towards left. Not deep. Fergus tracks in, and he'll run it down over towards the left field line. And that is out number 2. Nice play by Cade Fergus in left field. And that'll bring Caden Rose to the plate.
Yeah, there's not a whole lot of balls that Cade Fergus cannot run down. He has got great wheels in the outfield and closes the gap quickly. And he had to freeze for a moment because off the bat, that looked and sounded a little bit better. And Fergus had to realize, you know what, I better get on my horse because it is not that deep, and he closed that gap pretty quickly.
First pitch to Rose, swinging a line drive foul down the left field line. Counts no balls and 1 strike. 2 outs, top of the second inning. Sea Dogs now lead at 1-0 after a solo home run by Zach Earhart. Rose, a 167 hitter. 0 for 1 in his only time facing Griff McGarry in his career back on April the 6th. 0-1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Got Rose out in front of a slider. First appearance this weekend for Caden Rose. Was 2 for 8 last week over a couple of games against Hartford over at Delta Dental Field at Hadlock Field. 0-2. Check swing on a pitch down. They will appeal, and no swing, says Nobu Yasuda, the first base umpire. McGarry steps off the mound, applies some rosin to his right hand. Once again, toe the first base side of the rubber. 26-year-old pitcher fires the 1-2. That one's up and in the Rose. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Left side of the infield plays straight up. On the right side, Robert Moore shades towards the middle. Alex Pinellas is deep in the hole at first, probably about a good 25 feet off the line. Outfield straight up against Rose. The 2-2 is a slider that misses low and away. Rose holds up, so the count runs full. Caden Rose hitless across his last 2 contests. Payoff pitch. That's outside, ball 4. So a 2-out walk issued to Caden Rose. First one given up by Griff McGarry today. 30 pitches for McGarry in this ball game. And that'll bring Abram Liendo to the plate here for the Sea Dogs. Liendo a .224 hitter this season. First pitch home, and he swings and he pops it up. Towards shallow center. Over to his left goes Dylan Campbell. He's under it, and he'll make the catch. And that will retire the side here in the second. Sea Dogs do get a run on a hit. It was a solo home run from Zach Earhart. They leave one. We'll head to the bottom half of the second inning. Portland strikes first. They lead it 1-0. Bottom half of the second inning. This inning is brought to you by Cornwall Manor, an active senior living, not-for-profit community in scenic Cornwall, PA, outside of Lebanon. Crazy hot dog vendor doing his thing on this Reading Hot Dogs Sunday. Fightin Phillies playing today as the Hot Dogs trail at 1-0 against Portland. As Connolly Early is back out for inning number 2 of work. It'll be 4, 5, 6 of the Reading lineup, starting with Paul McIntosh. McIntosh, Pinellas, and Verdugo. The 3-2 up here in this inning for the Phils. A couple of strikeouts in a scoreless first inning for Connolly Early. McIntosh in from the right side. Slightly open stance for the righty bat. And the first pitch home is bit up for a ball. It's 1-0. McIntosh red hot right now on a 7-game hitting streak, an 11-game on-base streak. Hitting .458 over that 7-game on-base run. 1-0, and he takes it down and in, 1-1. Excuse me, 2 balls, no strikes. Between last week at Chesapeake, this week against Portland, McIntosh 8 for 16. Driven in 6. 2-0, he swings and he fouls it straight back. It's 2-1. McIntosh has batted 4th all 3 games this weekend. Has delivered RBI in each contest so far as the Sheets RBI guy. 2-1 inside, 3 balls and 1 strike. And of course, there being a rain delay, we got to see our favorite RBI guy video. The old Arby's RBI guy with Tag Bozard and Matt Rosati. 3-1 count to McIntosh. Early's pitch, he swings and he belts it deep to left center field. Earhart's back, he'll turn, and it's way gone into the Fightin's bullpen. Stay hot. Paul McIntosh mashes one out of here. And this game's tied at 1 on his 6th home run of the season. 375 feet, 108 off the bat.
Much like the home run that Earhart hit, it was about thigh high, and McIntosh turned on that, and it had a really nice sound to it. That is, if you're in the Reading Fightin Phil's dugout, it had a really nice sound to it. It was loud, and it was long, and ain't no doubt about it from Paul McIntosh.
So to bring Alex Pinellas to the plate for the Phils. Another hot bat for Reading. First pitch, he swings, ground ball, diving stop, Earhart at first, flips to the pitcher, Connolly covering. Good play all around, 3-1 goes the put out. Pinellas retired against his former team. And that'll bring Luis Verdugo to the plate.
Yeah, I was a little bit surprised in the sense, I mean, again, the Phils have the two catchers on their roster with Caleb Ricketts and Paul McIntosh. But Ricketts started at catcher both Friday and Saturday, and McIntosh at DH. And a little bit surprised to see that McIntosh was back in the lineup as the catcher after being a DH. But he has had such a good bat. There's no reason to give him a day off right now. You want to keep that bat in the lineup.
First pitch to Luis Verdugo is a called strike. It's 0-1. Slider dropped in there by Connolly early. Just the third home run Early has given up this year in now 66 1/3 innings pitched. Verdugo swings through the 0-1 on a changeup. It's 0-2.
Yeah, how about that? The two starters in this game had a combined 3 home runs given up, and we are in the second inning, and they've given up 2 home runs total.
0 to the count. Verdugo steps out.
And neither were cheapies. I mean, both were
both
well-hit balls.
smoked. McIntosh especially. 0-2. Verdugo swings in a ground ball third. To his left is Romero. He'll field spin. Fire on the run. It's in time. Great stretch by Drew Earhart on the other end. Basically into a full split. And that is out number 2. 5-3 goes the put out for Robert Moore.
That's a great play by Romero. And the spin
How
move.
about the split?
Yeah, and I mean, that's just, it's so hard when you're making that spin move to turn, kind of recalculate yourself a little bit, but then to throw it on the money because your momentum is carrying you away from where you're throwing it. So you've got to throw it and make the adjustment to throw it. He threw it right in the direction of first base, and a nice job by Earhart on the stretch to make the play on the other end.
So Robert Moore digs in from the right side. First pitch, he swings and misses. It's 0-1. Moore a 209 hitter this year, but just 161 from the right side compared to 217 from the left side. Obviously doesn't bat from the right side that much. 0-1, and it's another swing and a miss from Moore. It's 0-2. Does have a home run this year from the left side, from the right side against the left-handed pitcher. Does not hit any home runs from the right side last year. Had to go back to 2023 in the Brewers system for that. The 0-2, and Moore will swing, and he fouls it straight back. It'll stay no balls and 2 strikes. Moore has seen Early before. 0 for 2, couple of strikeouts against the lefty. So as we said in the first inning, has pitched against Reading a couple of times this season. Here's the 0-2 to Robert Moore. Down low, 1 ball and 2 strikes. 23rd pitch tonight for Early. So still a pretty good economy of pitches for Connolly Early. Robert Moore, 23-year-old from Leawood, Kansas. Spent some time back in Kansas City during the All-Star break. The 1-2 swings and misses at it. He's down on strikes. Third strikeout for Connolly Early ends this second inning, but the Phils do score a run. They did it on a hit. It was the Paul McIntosh solo home run, his 6th of the year, and nobody left on base for the Fightin' Phils, who head of the third. Back tied up again. It's 1-1. Top half of the third inning, along with my broadcast partner, Bob McCool. I'm Jake Starr, and us here at the Phillies want to thank our good friends at Pepsi for presenting the 2025 season here in Baseball Town. Go Fightin' Phils and drink more Pepsi. So, 1-1 ball game, top half of the third. Griff McGarry's back out. It'll be 9-1-2 due up here for the Sea Dogs. And of course, by fourth-year skipper Chad Epperson. It's the 17th and final matchup between the teams this year. They did lose one to cancellation. So it was an originally scheduled 18 games between the teams, but after one canceled, just 17 this year. Carson Seamus digs in from the right side. Slightly open stance. The first pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. Fastball in the outside corner from McGarry. So there was 12 scheduled in Portland, just 6 scheduled here in Reading. Kind of an odd scheduling quirk this year was that Portland came to Reading twice like they have in years past, but both were 3-game series. 1-0 outside, 2 balls, no strikes. And I've never been able to really fathom, and I get for Portland they're on a 9-game road trip, they'll go to Richmond, but even to start the season, they drive, it's 10 hours on a bus. It's 8 via the car, but still, you drive 10 hours, you play 3 games, a 2-0, swung on, ground ball third. Verdugo waits back on it, gets the good hop, fires the first in time, out number 1. 5-3 goes to put out. That'll bring the leadoff man, Mikey Romero, to the plate, but you're driving 10 hours for 3 games, and I get pre-COVID, different story, but I still think if you're going to Reading pre-COVID, you're going to go to Reading, maybe you hit Binghamton on the way back or something like that,
but why make the longest trip in the division only a 3-game series?
Yeah.
The longest trip in terms of distance is Reading to Portland, so why make that the 3-game series?
First pitch to Romero is a check swing. He does go around, so it's 0-1. And another odd scheduling quirk, it's the 3rd straight year, at least since we've been here, that Reading and Portland have played coming out of the All-Star break.
How about that? I did not realize
3 here
that.
in 23, yes. 3 in Portland last year, and 3 here this year. Now, Reading stayed up north. They went to New Hampshire last year after the trip. Romero swings and misses at a sinker. It's 0-2. So that makes sense, right? But even you just go back to opening weekend. Portland's coming all the way down here. You play Somerset for that split series. Why not keep it localized for those 3-game series? No balls, 2 strikes to count, 1 out to Mikey Romero. And the pitch home. Swinging a bat, struck him out. 4 strikeout for Griff McGarry tonight. 2 outs here in the inning, and that'll bring James Tibbs to the plate.
Yeah, and he's got those strikeouts on that high heat, and especially against the left-hand hitters. He's done it with Tibbs and Castro in the first inning, and now he does it with Romero here. Left-hand hitters generally like it down low, and you could generally get left-hand hitters to chase fastballs up high, and he got Romero to go up and out of the strike zone on that one.
First pitch home is on the outside corner to Tibbs. It's 0-1. Tibbs 0 for 1 tonight. He struck out swinging back in the first. Tibbs, the 22-year-old prospect, was acquired from the Giants in the Rafael Devers trade last month. 0-1, swung on, ground ball first. Manelis waits back on it. He'll take it to the bag himself, and that will retire the side here in the third. So 1-2-3 inning thrower Griff McGarry. We played 2.5 wide of the third, Fightin' Phils. And Sea Dogs tied up at 1. This inning is brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. You can expect reliable and experienced attorneys who are committed to getting you justice after a serious personal injury. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. We go to the bottom half of the third inning. 1-1 our score between Reading and Portland in this Sunday series finale between the two teams. And it'll be 8-9-1. Due up for the Phillies here in the inning. Cade Fergus, Eric Brito, and then Aiden Miller. The three set to come to the plate here for manager Al Padrique, who is managing from the dugout in today's ball game. Michael Jones, the bench coach, is at third. Carl Ellison, the development coach, is the first base coach for the Phillies tonight. So Fergus digs in from the right side. Does have a home run this week. That came last night. First pitch home, he scores the bunt. He'll take it, and it gets the inside corner for a called strike. It's 0-1. So Fergus, 9 home runs this year. That's the most on the Phillies. He also had 5 when he was up with AAA Lehigh Valley for 8 games in late April. 0-1. Fergus a swing and a foul. It's 0-2. So it's 14 home runs in total, which has tied him now for the most amongst all Phillies minor leaguers. Otto Kemp had 14 with Lehigh Valley prior to his call up to the Phillies. Kemp actually hit his second big league home run today. It was an opposite field shot. The Phillies' eventual loss, though, to the Angels. Phillies back in action tomorrow night, 6:45 first pitch against the Red Sox. Zach Wheeler gets the ball for the Fightin Phillies. 0-2, Fergus takes a curveball inside. It's 1-2. Of course, you can catch that game. Scott Fransky, and flip a coin, really, whether it's going to be Kevin Stocker or Larry Anderson, who's joining Scott Fransky. He'll be on the call on WEEU, 830 WEEU.
Well, it was Larry Anderson today, and it was an angry Larry Anderson today.
Can't blame him. 1-2, swing and a miss. Fergus goes down on strikes. That's the 4th for early, and there's already 8 strikeouts combined between the two starting pitchers.
I could not tell if I was listening to Larry Anderson this afternoon or Grandpa Simpson, because there was a lot of similarities between the two. He just was mad at a lot of things today.
So that'll bring up Eric Brito with the bright yellow cleats, appropriately fitting the hot dog uniforms, and he swings the first pitch, and it's a fair ball down the right field line. Brito turns first. He'll take a big turn and stop, as Tibbs did a good job getting to it quickly. Actually throws behind Brito at first, and he dives back in head first safely. So it's a one-out single for the DH Brito. That'll flip the lineup card over to Aiden Miller for the second time.
Yeah, it's a ball that got in on his hands, and he did a nice job with it. Just kind of squirted it the other way and hustled it out of the box as well. If Tibbs does not get over there quickly, Brito's headed to second base, but Tibbs did and fired a strike back to first base, and Brito had to scramble to get back.
So Miller in from the left side. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout in today's game. Early will check on Brito at first, who has a nice size lead. And the lefty deals home. Miller takes a curveball for a ball up. It's 1-0. So we said both pitchers 8 strikeouts today combined. The two pitchers, Early and McGarry, they squared off back on Sunday, April the 6th. Between the two of them, they threw 7 2/3 innings pitched. They combined to strike out 15 batters. Early 7 over 3 2/3. Miller takes the slider down. It's 2-0. McGarry 8 over 4. Griff McGarry would later be named the Eastern League Pitcher of the Week the next day after that impressive appearance against the Sea Dogs in his season debut. 2-0 the count to Aiden Miller, the Phillies' number 2 ranked prospect. Pitch home, and Miller will take it on the inside half. It's 2-1. Miller sits at 227 on the year. 8 home runs. He's driven in 22. 72nd game played for the 21-year-old. Early will check on Brito at first. He'll dive back in safely. It's a 1-1 ball game, bottom half of the third inning. Portland a run at the top of the second on a home run from Zach Earhart. Ready matched in the bottom half of the frame on a home run from Paul McIntosh. 2-1, Miller swings and misses out in front of a changeup at 83. And it's 2-2. In his career against Early, Aiden Miller 0 for 5, 4 strikeouts, has walked once. Long look home for Early, deals. Miller swings and misses. Heavy dose of off speed there from Early. That time it was a slider, and it's the 5th strikeout tonight for Connolly Early. Second time Miller's been sent down on strikes, and that'll send the center fielder Dylan Campbell to the plate.
A lot of big cuts for Aiden Miller in both of his at-bats against Early, and a little bit of an uppercut at that as well.
So it's Dylan Campbell who digs in from the right side for the Fightin' Phils. 2 outs here in the 3rd. First pitch to Campbell is taken for a ball. It's 1-0. Campbell 0 for 1 tonight. He lined out the left, but it was a well-hit line drive. And Zach Earhart in left was able to track it down and make a nice play. Lead for Brito grows a bit on first. Has not stolen a base since rejoining Reading in 8 games, and Early thinking about it, checks on him. Brito has been caught stealing once in his only attempt on the base pass. Campbell 186. This is 19th game at the AA level. Early fires, Brito goes, pitch down, breaking pitch, throw to second is late and high. And Eric Brito has second base stolen. It was a ball, so 2 balls and no strikes.
Well, it's a great pitch for Brito to take off on, and if you're a body English reader, it certainly looked like Brito was going to take off. The lead got a little bit bigger, and he was kind of leaning with his body as if he wanted to get off to a good start. He did. He got a good jump, and again, picked a great pitch to run on because the pitch was in the dirt, and he makes it easy.
Brito 7 stolen bases with the Iron Pigs over 44 games before being sent to Reading a couple of weeks back. 2 balls, no strikes to count to Campbell. Has an RBI opportunity here. Pitch to him. He takes it up. It's 3-0. Campbell 150, 3 for 20 with runners in scoring position. Has 4 RBIs in total since joining Reading. Gotta think it's take all the way here in a 3-ball, no strike count against somebody with the kind of stuff that Connolly Early has. 3-0, and it is take all the way, and it's a strike right down the chute. 3 balls, 1 strike here to Dylan Campbell. Campbell has reached base in his last 3. He was hitless in last night's game, and he's 1 for 5 in total this week. Early set the 3-1. Campbell swinging a line drive, 1 hop, snared by Liendo at short. He will set, and Brito is off the bag. Liendo will just chase him down and apply the tag, and that will retire the side. So it's a 6 unassisted fielder's choice, and that will retire the side here in the 3rd. No runs for the R-Phils. They had a hit, and 1 man left on base. We played 3 full. We will head to the top of the 4th. Still a 1-1 ball game here between Reading and Portland. Top half of the fourth inning, Fightin, Phils, and Sea Dogs line it up at 1 apiece. And to take over on the play-by-play, it's Bob McCool.
All right, thank you very much, Jake Starr. And a reminder that every Tuesday, all active military and veterans receive $3 off box seats thanks to Burke's Oral Surgery and Dental Implant Center. And a reminder as well that Tuesday's game, the Phils will stay home to take on the Binghamton Rumble Ponies. Binghamton will make their way here to FirstEnergy Stadium on Tuesday, so the Phils have the day off tomorrow, of course, on Monday. And then start a series with Binghamton on Tuesday, and it is a 12 noon first pitch on Tuesday. Alan Castro leading it off for Portland here in the top of the fourth. We are tied at 1, a run on a hit for the Sea Dogs. It was a solo home run for Zach Earhart, who's in the on-deck circle. And a run on 2 hits for the Phils, and their run coming by way of a Paul McIntosh home run. 1-0 pitch to Alan Castro is a slider that Castro swings over the top of to even the count at 1-1. Castro, strikeout victim his first time up. McGarry with 4 strikeouts. He's given up just the 1 hit and 1 walk over the first 3. And this 1-1 pitch is up and away. It's 2-1. Matchup of former Virginia Cavaliers on the mound, and Griff McGarry, who was drafted by the Phillies in the 5th round in 2021 out of Virginia. And Connolly early drafted by the Red Sox in the 5th round in 2023 from the Cavaliers, as Castro fouls this one out of play to even the count at 2-2. So both players drafted by their current teams in the 5th round out of Virginia, 2 years apart. McGarry comes with his 2-2 pitch. It's driven into right field. Reyes over, and Felix Reyes will make the catch, running to his left for out number 1. Castro hit it well, but it holds up for Reyes in right field for out number 1. That'll bring up the aforementioned Zach Earhart, who, as I said, hit his 7th home run of the season. His first time up on the first pitch he saw from McGarry. Gary turned 26 on June the 8th. Winds and delivers his first pitch here to Earhart. That's low for a ball. McGarry spent all of last season with the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs, all as a reliever. Appeared in 29 games for Lehigh Valley. Went 2-1 with a 4.71 earned run average. Comes with his 1-0 pitch. And misses that outside with a slider to make it 2 balls and no strikes. Control the issue for McGarry last year. In 30 2/3 innings pitched for the Iron Pigs, he struck out 40, he walked 36. 2-0. That's there for a called strike. And as I mentioned earlier in the broadcast, and talking with him before the season about coming back here to Reading, wasn't looking at it as being going from AAA to AA. He was looking at it as an opportunity to come back here and be a starter. 2-1 pitch is lined into left field. Cade Fergus will range over to his left, and he'll cut it off and make the catch. So Earhart hit it hard again, but Cade Fergus able to run that one down in left field for out number 2 here in the inning. So a couple of well-hit balls, but both players in Reyes in right and Fergus in left equal to the challenge. So 2 down, and that'll bring Brooks Brannon to the plate. He also a strikeout victim against McGarry back in the 2nd inning. And the first pitch to him is just a bit outside for a ball. So just to finish that thought, talking with McGarry, not looking at it as I was in AAA last year, I've been demoted to AA, not looking at that at all. He was looking at it as an opportunity. He wanted to get back to being a starting pitcher and knew that this is where his opportunity was. And if he does the job the way he expected it to, then the promotion eventually would come his way. And unfortunately for him, early on in the season, there was the stint on the IL and working his way back from that now and making his 8th start of the year. He's got Brooks Brannon now in a 1-ball-and-1 strike count. And misses way outside to make it a 2-balls-and-1 strike count. Gary back to grab a hold of the rosin bag for a moment before he delivers his 52nd pitch of the night. And it just misses outside to make it 3 balls and 1 strike. Again, McGarry has walked just 1. And it was with 2 outs in the second inning. He's 3 balls and a strike here on Brooks Brannan. And that's over for a called strike on the outside corner. So he just missed on the previous pitch to go to 3-1. This time he gets the call at 3-2. And winds and delivers, and it's way outside, ball 4. So really not even a competitive pitch there. That was out of the strike zone from the get-go for McGarry on that fastball missing outside. So Brooks Brannan is a base runner. And so obviously that now becomes the second walk surrendered by McGarry. And as the first one was, it came with 2 outs. Drew Earhart now will bat. Earhart flew out to left field his first time up. And first pitch from McGarry is a slider that catches the inside corner for a called strike 1. Drew, the elder brother of Zach. Natives of Tampa, Florida. Drew 26, Zach is 23. This one a hop towards third. Verdugo backhands it. He'll make the play all the way across the diamond at first base in time for out number 3. Nice play by Verdugo at third to end the inning for the Sea Dogs. In the 4th, no runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We'll head to the bottom of the 4th. Back at Ready Fight Phil's Radio Network, we're tied at 1. We head to the bottom half of the 4th inning, and Klein Transportation is proud to be the official transportation provider of the Ready Fight Phils. Klein Transportation gets the Art Phils through all the road trips throughout the 2025 season. For more information, go to KleinTransportation.com. Again, Phils will not be needing those services this week. They'll stay home to take on Binghamton. They'll be away then for 2 weeks to make a road trip to Hartford, and then a stop at New Hampshire for 6 games after that before returning back on August the 12th. So your chance to see the Phils right back here in Baseball Town Tuesday. Don't forget 12 noon first pitch here on Tuesday, then back to 7 o'clock on Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, and 6:45 on Saturday. As Felix Reyes leads it off, and Felix Reyes takes, as usual, healthy cut at the first pitch from Connolly early, which is a changeup, and he gets a piece of it. Reyes struck out looking his first time up. Early has struck out 5. And another healthy cut from Reyes comes up with a foul tip, and it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes.
Do you have time to get over here for that 12 o'clock game on Thursday?
No problem.
You could probably walk and make it here in time.
Probably could. I'm not going to try. I'll just assume that that would be true. No balls and 2 strikes to Felix Reyes. That one's in the dirt. It's 1-2. Just got the confirmation that Greg Coleman, the president and general manager of the Erie Seawolves / Moon Mammoths, will be our guest tomorrow morning on Mornings with Mike on WEU. He'll be talking to us at 8:05. 1-2 pitch from Reyes. He fouls it, stays alive. And, of course, that is all set up about the entire experience for the Erie Seawolves and their adventures with John Oliver and his HBO series, in which he rebranded the Seawolves as the Erie Moon Mammoths and it was a spectacular debut last night. 1-2 pitch to Reyes is a bit low. It's 2-2. They sold out the stadium, 7,000 plus last night. They were lined up. I saw pictures. They were lined up around the block to get in, and obviously the team store was busy as well. It's been a busy couple of days, and Greg Coleman will talk about all of that tomorrow morning with us on Mornings with Mike at 8:05. So tune us in on 8:30 WEU tomorrow morning to talk a little bit about that. 2-2 pitch to Reyes. Lifted foul and out of play. I got a lot of questions for him. I know Mike Keller does as well, but one of them is all the things that he had to do to get the go-ahead to do it. There were 40 teams that sent their stuff into the show to try to get the rebranding for the day. And the Seawolves won the opportunity. Greg Coleman sent them an email that gave them 11 reasons why Erie should be the team that gets the choice. And they won the bidding, and they got the opportunity. But I'm just curious, like, who all did he have to get clearance for? Did he have to get it, did it stop at Erie? I doubt that. He had to go through minor league baseball. I'm sure he had to go through the Detroit Tigers. He had to get clearance from a lot of people to go ahead and do it. 2-2 pitch to Reyes. Lined into left field. It's going to be a fair ball down into the corner. Felix Reyes will turn around first base, and he will cruise into second base with a stand-up double.
Yeah, Reyes got robbed of what should have been a double last night on an excellent play by Portland's third baseman, Carson Seamus. This time, no play that Romero can make. He shoots it over his head, 109 off the bat, and that'll bring up the red-hot Paul McIntosh to the plate. No outs here in the inning.
The go-ahead run at second base on the 13th double of the year for Felix Reyes. As McIntosh stands in, as Jake said, he hit his 6th home run, his 25th RBI of the season in his first at-bat against Conley early. Reyes will take his lead off of second. Carson Seamus, the second baseman for the Sea Dogs, will try to keep him a little bit closer. Pitch to McIntosh. Starts him with a changeup, and McIntosh kind of hesitated and ultimately decided not to swing at it. It's over for a called strike one. McIntosh 5 for 9 now in this series with 2 doubles, the home run, and 4 RBIs. 0-1 pitch. Outside, it's 1-1. Infield and outfield both play the right-handed hitting McIntosh around the pole. Early takes a look back at Reyes. 1-1 pitch. There at the knees for a called strike 2.
So don't look now, but Paul McIntosh's average, 298. That was down close to 240, 235 not too long ago. So this 8-game hitting streak, 12-game on-base streak has, McIntosh's numbers looking pretty good right now.
He's in a 1-2 count now. Early with a long look back at Reyes, who's deking with him a little bit off the bag. And now delivers. And it's in the dirt, gets away from Brannon, and it's going to allow Reyes to move up to third base. And he still hasn't gotten the ball yet. And now Brooks Brannon finally gets back there to pick it up. As Reyes is safe at third base now with nobody out.
Let's see what the Sea Dogs decide to do defensively here. It looks like the initial call is going to be to bring the infield up. 2-2, so if you're McIntosh, you're just trying to get something elevated, whether it's over the head of the infielders or deep enough in the outfield to score Reyes from third.
So on the wild pitch, not only does Reyes go to third, but it's now 2 balls and 2 strikes to McIntosh. Infield up, outfield deep. And a chopper to third, and Romero will make the play, and they'll look for Reyes back to third base and make the play across the diamond in time to get McIntosh for out number 1.
Good play by the third baseman there, Romero. It's hit hard, 100 off the bat from McIntosh. But Romero able to leap, make the play, and look Reyes back.
So that'll bring up Alex Pinellas, who grounded out to first base his first time up. Infield will stay up for the Sea Dogs. With Reyes now at third base and a 1 out. Go-ahead run at third. Pinellas with 24 RBIs on the season. First pitch to him is a slider and a good one that locks up Pinellas for no balls and a strike. Aiden Rose in center field is deep. Zach Earhart in left up a little bit. The outfield shaded away the other way in center and left. And a slider that Pinellas is fooled badly on it, pulled his head out on it, chased it away, and it's no balls and 2 strikes. So back-to-back sliders from the left-hander Connolly early to the lone lefty in the Phil's lineup in Alex Pinellas. And he's quickly ahead, no balls and 2 strikes. Right back to it, and a ground ball off the chest of Earhart at first. And again, Reyes is going to have to stay put as Earhart will step on the bag for out number 2.
Yeah, I mean, Portland, Connolly early, the infield just executing this situation perfectly. Back-to-back ground balls, 1 to third, 1 to first. They keep it in front of them. They look Reyes back, and they make the play. Now there's 2 outs, so see if Verdugo, right on a 4-game hitting streak, can pick up RBI number 20.
He grounded out to third base his first time up on a nice play by Romero. Infield obviously back now with 2 outs. Early looking to work out of the leadoff double that's now a runner at third base. And the first pitch to Verdugo is over for a called strike. Verdugo with 19 RBIs on the season. Playing in his first game in this series. Early's 0-1 pitch. Slow roller towards short. Leendo is going to have the opportunity to bring the inning to an end. On 3 straight ground balls, the Phils cannot get the run across, so they waste the leadoff double from Reyes. No runs, that 1 hit, no error, and 1 man left on base. We've completed 4, and the Sea Dogs and Phils are tied at 1. We head to the top half of the 5th inning. Another good pitchers duel going on here at FirstEnergy Stadium between Griff McGarry and Connolly Early. Gary's given up just the 1 hit. Early's given up 3 hits. We are tied at 1 as the Sea Dogs come to plate here in the 5th. Caden Rose, Abram Leendo, and Carson Seamus due up against McGarry here in the 5th.
Gary is season high of 4 innings, so gets 1 more out here, and he surpasses his season high in innings.
Caden Rose walked his first time up. Shows bunt, pulls it back, takes the bat out, takes the pitch outside for a ball. Base Fightin' Phil's alumni report presented by Deer Country. Take a look at what happened at Citizens Bank Park today, where the Phils fall to the Los Angeles Angels 8-2, despite a 2-for-4 effort from Otto Kemp, who of course was here in Reading. Otto Kemp hitting his 2nd home run of the season. Batting average now with .260. Solo home run for Kemp. 2-0 pitch is over for a called strike. Also a good report last night from Mick Abel. Actually, Friday night? No, was it
last night?
Last night.
Yeah.
Mick Abel goes 6 innings for the Iron Pigs. So he has now pitched 12 straight scoreless innings. 2-1 pitch, swing and a miss. And Earhart is now in a Caden Rose now in a 2-2 count at the plate. So 2 straight good, solid outings for Mick Abel since going back to the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs. His last start prior to the All-Star game, he goes 6 innings and didn't give up a run. And in his first start back after the All-Star break, another 6 scoreless innings. 2 balls and 2 strikes to Caden Rose. Swing and a miss, and again, the high heat takes care of another Portland Sea Dog as Rose goes down swinging, and his 5th strikeout of the game for McGarry. That'll bring up Abram Leando, who flew out to center field, his lone at bat so far. McGarry's first pitch to the right-handed hitter is a breaking ball and a good one. He had Leando ducking out of the way of it, and the slider is there for a called strike 1. Right back to it, and this time he misses low, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. So his fastballs and cutters early on, but as he's seen more right-handed hitters lower in the lineup for the Sea Dogs, more sliders for McGarry. This one, a soft floater into center field, is going to find its way into the grass for a base hit. Leando didn't hit it hard, but he had it high enough to get it over Aiden Miller and into center field for a base hit. Second hit of the game for the Sea Dogs.
As you said, not hit hard, just 68.5 miles per hour off the bat. I mean, if you're McGarry, it's got to shake it. Try to find a way to get a ground ball double play here, potentially. Seamus did ground out to third his last time up.
I drove home fast on that when I forgot my phone on Friday night. That'll bring up Carson Seamus. Seamus grounded out to third his first time up, as Leando will take his lead off of first with 1 out. Top half of the 5th inning in a 1-1 game. Way up and in, spins him off the plate. Top of the order, and Mikey Romero in the on-deck circle for Portland. Jake said the Sea Dogs will head south after this one's over with. They're headed to Richmond for a 6-game series beginning on Tuesday. Runner takes off from first, pitches way outside. McIntosh off-balance throw. Can't get much on it, and Leando will move up to second base on the stolen base.
Team best 24th. Good job by Robert Moore coming off the bag, not trying to hold it, and just keeping the ball in front of him.
Yeah, McIntosh had no shot on that with the pitch way outside. So Leando now at second base. The count, 2 balls and no strikes to Carson Seamus. So now the Sea Dogs have a runner in scoring position with 1 out. And this one a slow roller but foul. Kyle Sasala coaching at third. Fields it. Tries to throw it into the crowd and hit a post. Hit the post. And right back into the dugout.
Definitely hearing it from that third base dugout, I'm sure, right now.
And what are the odds? 2 balls and a strike now to Seamus. Outside again, it's 3-1. So no activity yet in the Fightin's bullpen.
I would guess this is probably McGarry's last inning.
He's at 68 pitches right now. And he's 3 balls and a strike on Seamus. Here in the 5th. Pickoff attempt. Bad throw, and it goes into center field. Campbell there to back it up, but by the time he is there to get there, Leando will move up to third base. That's going to be an error on the pitcher, Griff McGarry. First error of the ball game for the Phils. If my memory is right, that's the first. No, they did have an error on Friday night. I was going to say that's the first error of the series, but they had one on Friday. So now a runner at third base and 1 out, and 3 balls and a strike on Seamus. Swing and a miss. McGarry trying to come back here and take care of business. And now the count is full. Seamus will call timeout.
Infield up for the Phils. Portland last inning. Got 3 straight outs with a man on third and no outs. See if Running can get 2 straight with a man on third and 1 out.
Infield up for the fight. He's trying to cut off that go-ahead run. 3-2 pitch, little fister, 1 hopper back to McGarry. He'll take a look and then go to first with the play for out number 2.
Well, there's step 1. Great job by Griff McGarry. Looking the runner back. Leando was a little off the bag, and it was probably like the angel and the devil.
Right, yep.
The devil's telling you throw it to third. The angel's saying no, looking back and go to first. Griff McGarry did the right thing right there. Did not try and get too antsy and try and do
that's a
too
great
much.
analogy, because I was thinking the same thing. I'm like, boy, that's got to be tempting to McGarry to turn and fire and get Leando wandering too far off at third. But In the end, he did make the right play with 2 outs now in the top of the order in Mikey Romero. First pitch up and away for a ball. Romero 0 for 2 on the day. He's 3 for 11 in the series. Most hits of anybody for the Sea Dogs is the 3 for Romero. Gives you an indication how good the Phils pitching has been in this series. 1-0 pitch. Tried to check his swing, but he went around. It's 1-1.
And Liendo's going to be dancing on and off third on every pitch. And when you're a righty, it's hard to kind of just not pay attention to it. But if you're McGarry, you just got to find a way to ignore it. Runner means nothing if you get Romero.
Obviously, the infield is back now at standard depth with two outs. 1-1 pitch is into dirt. Good block by McIntosh. It's the other piece of this with Liendo dancing off of third. The ball gets away from McIntosh. He's going to try and score. So it's 2 balls and 1 strike to Romero. Romero team high 38 RBIs for the Sea Dogs. Two 1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Swings over the top of a curveball, and it's 2-2. Don't know how many curveballs we've seen from McGarry. We've seen a slider. I don't remember a whole lot of curveballs to this point. Romero might be thinking the same thing as he just missed it. It's 2-2. Gary trying to work out. Just misses, and the count is now full. Just a bit inside, I think.
It was. It was in.
Yeah, it was. Seeing the replay, it was definitely a little bit inside. So the count full to Romero. Swing and a miss, strike 3. And McGarry works out of it with his 6th strikeout and leaves the runner stranded at third base for the Sea Dogs in the 5th. No runs, 1 hit, 1 error, and 1 left. We'll head to the bottom of the 5th, still tied at 1 in Baseball Town. Bottom half of the 5th inning is presented by Cornwall Manor, a unique and charming community nestled on a 190-acre wooded campus with many walking trails, including the Lebanon County Rail Trail. So Connolly early trying to match what Griff McGarry did by working his way through the 5th inning, and much like Early did in the 4th, working his way out of a man on third base and 1 out jam, he was able to get out of it. Got 3 straight ground balls to get out of actually man on third base and nobody out in Early's position after a Felix Reyes leadoff double. McGarry works his way out of trouble in the 5th. And so now the Phil's chance here in the 5th, tied at 1. Robert Moore will lead it off. Moore strikeout victim against Early his first time up. And first pitch here is a changeup that Moore's out in front of. 5 strikeouts so far for Connolly Early. Has not walked a batter. A 1 pitch. That's there for strike 2. Both runs coming by way of home runs. Zach Earhart for the Sea Dogs. Paul McIntosh for the Fightin. Both happened in the 2nd inning. Goose eggs elsewhere. No balls and 2 strikes to Robert Moore. Chopper up the middle, backhanded by the second baseman Seamus, off balance throw in time for out number 1.
I mean, it feels like kind of the trends of this team have followed each other. Portland a solo home run on the top of the second. Reading a solo home run on the bottom of the second. Reading a man on third, less than 2 out situation in the bottom of the fourth. Portland a man on third, less than 2 out situation in the top of the fifth.
I'll bring up Cade Fergus. Fergus also strikeout victim his first time up. And the first pitch to him here is a curveball that misses outside for a ball.
Reading does have bullpen action. John McMillan is up and throwing, so it looks as if Griff McGarry's day is likely coming to an end.
1-0 pitch coming to Cade Fergus. That's inside. It's 2-0.
Now can Reading's offense give McGarry a shot to pick up his first win of the season?
2 teams combined for 7 hits last night in the Fightin's 3-0 win. They've got 5 hits so far in this one. Here with an out in the bottom of the 5th. Fergus lifts this one shallow right field. James Tibbs will call for it. The right fielder will make the catch, running to his right for out number 2. And I'll bring up Eric Brito. Brito had one of the Phil's 3 hits his first time up. Squirted one into right field for a base hit. Also stole a base. Nine-hole hitter now, 2 for 5 in this series. Serving as the Phil's designated hitter in this 3rd game of the series. First pitch to him here. Big swing, no contact. Brito spending time not only here in Reading, but also with the Lehigh Valley Iron Pigs as well in 2025. Top of the order, Nate Miller in the on-deck circle for the Phils. Brito lifts this one into shallow right field. Tibbs again will call for it, and he'll make the catch. And another easy inning for Connolly early as the Phils go 1-2-3. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. 5 complete, still tied at 1 in Reading. Established in 1928, the Manor Golf Club is one of the oldest public courses in eastern Pennsylvania. Located between Philadelphia, Lancaster, and Allentown in Sinking Spring, it offers a true test of golf on a championship-style course. Visit themanorgolfclub.com for more information. And the Everett University Golden Wolves call the bullpen has been made, and Griff McGarry's night is done. On to take over, right-hander John McMillan for the Phils.
John McMillan making his 15th appearance. He's 0-1. Does have a save in 4 opportunities. 13 2/3 innings pitched, 11 hits allowed, 9 runs, 8 earned, 2 home runs, 10 walks, 17 strikeouts. Opposing hitters 208 against John McMillan this season.
2, 3, and 4 due up for the Sea Dogs here in a 6. James Tibbs will lead it off. Tibbs 0 for 2 with a strikeout and a ground out so far. And the first pitch to him is over for a called strike. Tibbs now 0 for 8 in the series and has struck out in 4 of those 8 plate appearances. Oh, 1 pitch. Started and stopped. They'll appeal. They say he did not go around. So the count is 1 ball and 1 strike.
How about the day for Griff McGarry? 5 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 2 walks, and 6 strikeouts for the 26-year-old righty.
1-1 pitch from McMillan there for a called strike. So a solid effort for McGarry. His return to the starting rotation has been a pleasant one so far in 2025. 1 ball and 2 strikes from McMillan. Over for a called strike 3 on the inside corner.
And how about this for Griff McGarry as well? It's the first time McGarry got the 5 innings in a game since July the 28th of 2023. It was with Reading here against Binghamton. It was actually his second to last start he made with Reading before being promoted to Lehigh Valley. Never got 5 innings in the Iron Pigs that year. And then, of course, last year he was a reliever, so he never surpassed 2 innings in a game.
Alan Castro now bats, and the switch hitter rolls one down the first base line and foul. Castro 0 for 2 so far on the day and 1 for 10 in the series.
And, of course, kind of to add on that, McGarry, 4-inning guy to start the year. They were going to stretch him out.
Right. Then
he gets hurt. You come back. You got to re-stretch him out again. So it's nice to kind of see this now.
Castro lifts this one into foul territory. Pinellas over from his first base spot, but he'll run out of room as it finds its way to the grandstand. And McMillan is quickly ahead of Alan Castro, no balls and 2 strikes. Yeah, so there's a little bit of a what if in the case of McGarry if he does not get hurt, where he might be at this point in time. But again, he's got to feel very good about what he's done with his opportunity to start. And obviously he's going to get another several starts between now and the end of the season. As long as he can stay healthy, they'll run him out there every 5 or 6 days. This one lifted into left field. Fergus started back, and now he has to come in on the high fly ball that is out number 2. Now bring up Zach Earhart, who's been the offense for the Sea Dogs with his solo home run back in the second. One of their 2 hits off of McGarry. The other a single by Abram Leendo. Earhart with that home run, his 7th of the year, is a lone hit in the series. And the first pitch from McMillan is there for a called strike. You see John McMillan firing strikes. That's been an issue for him at times. Gets ahead of Zach Earhart here, no balls and a strike. And comes back and misses low to make it 1 ball and 1 strike. Nobody throwing in the Portland bullpen, but some people standing around.
Jacob Webb is kind of throwing with air right now.
Just waiting for the call.
So I guess Early will come back out for the 6th.
1-1 pitch. Over on the outside corner for strike 2. And McMillan ahead of another hitter. This time he's 1 ball and 2 strikes on Zach Earhart. McMillan, a veteran pitcher, has been around. He started the season with Lehigh Valley. Spent a lot of time at the Kansas City Royals organization and actually saw some major league service time with the Royals.
McMillan was actually drafted by Robert Moore's dad, Dayton, when he was the GM of the Royals.
1-2 pitch coming. Over for a call, strike 3. And Earhart goes down looking to end the inning for Portland in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. And guess what? We're still tied at 1 in Reading. We'll head to the bottom of the 6th. Connolly Early is back out there to begin his 6th inning of work. There is some movement now in the Portland bullpen.
Noah Song is up and throwing for the Sea Dogs right now. Song, of course, who formerly a member of the Phillies organization, was a Rule 5 pick, eventually was returned to the Red Sox. Actually did make a couple of appearances with Reading. I believe in Altoona a couple of years back on a rehab appearance.
Aiden Miller will lead it off for the Phils, the top of the order to face early, and Miller swings at the first pitch and fouls it straight back. Miller, a strikeout victim in both of his plate appearances, has yet to make a significant contribution offensively in this series. He's 0 for 9. They get on base on a walk and safe on an error for his lone 2 appearances on the base pass. He beats this one on the third base line, but foul. So it's quickly no balls and 2 strikes to Miller. A little bit better cuts. I thought his cuts were a little uppercutty, if you want to call it that. I think I just made that word up, but it was a bit of an uppercut swing his last time up. But he fouled the first pitch straight back off the backstop, which is generally a good sign of a level swing. And that one on a ground down the third base line. But he's still now no balls and 2 strikes against Early. And here's the 0-2 pitch. Lifts this one into right field. Back goes Tibbs. He has plenty of room before the warning track. He'll make the catch for out number 1. That's 3 straight fly balls to the right fielder off the bats of the Reading Fightin' Phils. 1 out here in the 6th. Miller was the last strikeout that Early registered back with the 2nd out in the 5th inning. So the Phils have been making some contact, but other than the Felix Reyes double, nothing to show for it. As Dylan Campbell now will bat. And the first pitch to him is inside for a ball. Campbell flew out to left. Ground ball to short to end the Phils' 3rd inning. On a play that Eric Burrito was tagged out. The fielder's choice. The 1-0 pitch is outside. It's 2-0 to Campbell. Campbell 1 for 7 in the series. He has walked a couple of times. 2-0 pitch is there for strike 1. Nelson Alvarez up in the Fightin' Phils bullpen. As Jake said, Noah Song loosening up in the Portland bullpen. 2 balls and a strike to Dylan Campbell. Swing and a miss, and quickly the count is 2-2, and Campbell will take a walk, calling timeout. Batting average under 190 now for Dylan Campbell with his 0 for 2 tonight. Got off to a slow start at Jersey Shore and then certainly picked it up before his call up to Reading. 2-2. Swing and a miss, strike 3, and Campbell goes down swinging for out number 2.
Strikeout for Early. First one he's had since the 3rd inning, too. So Reading's been putting the ball in play a bit more, but it looks like that's Chad Epperson taking the slow trot out to the mound, and might be the end of the line for Connolly Early.
73 pitches by Early, and there is the signal to the bullpen. So looks like the right-hander Noah Song, I don't think he's sure. He was behind the wall. I don't know that he knows for sure whether or not he got the call or not, but Connolly Early is headed to the dugout, and here comes Noah Song into the ball game for the Portland Sea Dogs. And so, as we said, going to break, the Fightin University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. Will bring in the right-hander Noah Song for the Portland Sea Dogs.
10th appearance for Song. Pretty good so far. 2-1, a 1.96 ERA, 18 1/3 innings pitched, 12 hits allowed, 9 walks, 17 strikeouts. Has given up 2 home runs. Opponents hitting 190 against him.
Felix Reyes will be the first one to face him. He'll come to the plate here with 2 outs in the 6th. So assume that Connolly early was on some semblance of a pitch limit, and that's why they take him out with 2 outs here in the 6th. 73 pitches from early. And the first pitch from Song to Reyes is up and in for a ball. Reyes doubled his last time up after striking out in the first, so 1 for 2 on the night, 2 for 9 in the series. 1-0 pitch is up and in. But it's at the letters for strike 1. 1 ball and 1 strike. 96 on the radar gun from the right-hander Noah Song, who winds and delivers. 1-1 pitch fouled away. It's 1-2. Strength on strength right now with Song and Reyes. And tries to get him to chase there on the cutter. Reyes is able to hold up. And the count is even at 2-2. Reyes calls time. Song right there and ready to deliver. Not wasting any time. 2-2 pitch. Fouled straight back. It's still 2-2 as Reyes fouls off the slider from Song. And another one fouled away. When the Phils signed Noah Song, that Rule 5 draft, they thought maybe they might be stealing something from Portland and the Red Sox. The Red Sox were not happy with the move by the Phils. 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, and he got a piece of it maybe. It doesn't matter as he goes down on strikes. And that will do it for the Phils here in the 6th. No runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left. 6 complete, still tied at 1. And we head to the top half of the 7th inning, and yet again, the Fightin University Golden Wolves call the bullpen. We'll bring in another right-hander for the Fightin Phils in Nelson Alvarez.
Nelson Alvarez in for the Fightin Phils, 27th appearance, 2-4, a 5.63 ERA. Has 4 saves, 8 opportunities, 32 innings pitched, 33 hits, 13 walks, 32 strikeouts.
Brooks Brannon will lead it off for the Sea Dogs here in the 7th. They'll be followed by Drew Earhart and then Caden Rose. A run on 2 hits, no errors for Portland. A run on 3 hits and 1 error for the Fightins. Fightins looking for the sweep of this 3-game series. Jacob mentioned it earlier if you missed the number. First sweep of the team by the Reading Fightin Phils, if they can get the job done, since 2019.
And of course, obviously, it's gotten a lot harder to sweep most series because they switched to the 6-game series in 2021. But, you know, still 3 games, 6 games, 4 games, whatever it is, it's still an impressive feat to sweep out another team momentum-wise. Like, you feel good because you got a good team in Binghamton coming in here, so let's see if they can find a way to finish strong.
Brannon 0 for 1 in the game. And the first pitch from Alvarez is a slider that's up and away. Brandon did walk back in the 4th inning in addition to striking out in his 2 plate appearances against Griff McGarry. John McMillan with a 1-2-3 6th inning, and now Alvarez gets the count even at 1-1 against Brandon, leading off here in the 7th.
Great outing for John McMillan, a 1-2-3 frame, struck out 2 in his lone inning of work.
1-1 pitch. Little cue shot fouled on the first baseline. So Alvarez now ahead 1-2. Bill struck out 10 batters in last night's game. Struck out 9 in Friday's game 1. They've got 8 strikeouts to this point in this ball game, and we're still only in the 7th. Alvarez 1-2 pitch. Misses down low. It's 2-2. And misses again outside. The count is 3 balls and 2 strikes. Brandon hitting at just .087 when this game began. And a 3-2 pitch to him. Fouled away, stays alive at 3-2. Alvarez tries again at 3-2. Up and in, he missed him, and Brandon walks for the 2nd time.
Just missed it from Alvarez. 3rd walk issued by Redding at pitching tonight. And got to hope the leadoff walk does not come around to hurt Alvarez.
So that'll bring up Drew Earhart. Earhart 0 for 2 in the game with a fly out to left and a ground out to 3rd. Brandon not going to be a threat to steal at first base as Earhart swings at the first pitch and fouls it out of play.
So in his 27 appearances now, the first batter has reached against Nelson Alvarez 12 different times.
0-1 pitch. Lined into left field, that's going to be a base hit. Brandon will roll into second base as the Sea Dogs have their first 2 men on board here in the 7th. Hit number 3 on the night for Portland. They'll bring Caden Rose to the plate. See how Portland chooses to play this here with Rose 0 for 1 on the night. Walked in the 2nd, struck out in the 5th. Verdugo up even with the bag at third base. Pinellas in a little bit at first, too, just in case Rose is going to drop a bunt down here. And he looks to do that, just that. Pulls the bat back, takes it outside for a ball. So in a pitcher's duel so far, Portland going to play a little small ball here, it would appear. Rose again squares the bunt, again pulls it back, throw down to second. No problem for Brandon to dive back in. But it's 2 balls and no strikes now to Caden Rose.
So it looks like on the bunt play, they're having Pinellas crash, Moore cover first, Miller cover second, and Verdugo is staying put at 3rd, which means Alvarez is responsible for the 3rd base line.
Right now he's got to throw a strike, he's 2-0. Rose pops it up, but foul. Now the count is 2 balls and a strike. So the pitch in the upper half of the strike zone, which is a tougher pitch to bunt. And that's the hope, is that you get the batter to pop it up. Rose fouled it back instead, so it's 2 balls and a strike. Ellis not showing it bunt here, and he fouls this one out of play on the full swing, and now count is 2 balls and 2 strikes. So Verdugo will now back up at 3rd, but Ellis will back up at 1st as well. He will not hold the runner on with the runner at second base in Brennan and Earhart at 1st. Drew Earhart, that is. And 2-2 on Caden Rose. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Again, the high heat.
Big strikeout there from Nelson Alvarez. A slider that I don't know if he wanted to put it there. I don't think so. Paul McIntosh had the glove down low, but you'll take it if you're Nelson Alvarez. It's out number 1, and let's see if they can get a ground ball here from Liendo. Reading last in the league in double plays turn this year at 48, but hey, why not get one right here?
Liendo 1 for 2. He's got one of those 3 hits. A little soft humpback liner in the center field his last time up. 2 on, 1 out. Top of the 7th in a 1-1 game. Way out in front of an off-speed pitch and quickly gets ahead, no balls and a strike.
Yeah, that was a really nice slider right there.
So Verdugo up a little bit at third. Just maybe a half step behind the bag at third base. 1 pitch. Right back with that same slider, but missed it outside. Count is even at 1-1. Bounce that one up there. Good block by McIntosh, and everybody has to stay put on the base paths.
Yeah, McIntosh had a few really nice blocks in today's ball game. That's another one right there.
We weren't sure what we'd see from McIntosh as a catcher. We knew the bat was there, but he's done a pretty good job as a defensive player as well. Blocks the balls in the dirt very well. 2 balls and a strike now to Liendo. Lined into center field, another little humpback liner that's going to fall. Brannon had a hold up at second just to be sure. Everybody will move up 1.
Yeah, fortunately for Reading, Brannon did have the hold up, so he does not score on that. It'll load the bases, 1 out, brings a 9-hitter up, Carson Seamus. We'll see what Reading does defensively. Al Padrique giving instructions from the dugout. Looks like he told the middle to stay back. Verdugo plays even with the bag at third. Looks like Benelis is up at first, and that'll also bring Brad Bergeson out of the dugout. Tristan Garnett is up and throwing in the bullpen for Reading, so looks like he would be the next guy up.
You got a lefty, and you got 3 straight lefties coming up after Seamus.
This could be the last batter that Alvarez faces no matter what.
Yep. And it's the 9-hole hitter as well, and that's probably part of the conversation. Like, look, this is the last guy you're going to face. It's the 9-hole hitter. Just go in there, throw strikes at him, see if you can't roll one over here and get out of this. Same time, just talk over a little, maybe some defensive strategy of what you're going to do in the infield. Bases are loaded and 1 out here in the 7th. So Abram Liendo has a couple hits in this series, or in this game, neither one of which you would consider a rocket off his bat, but he's 2 for 3. And the bases loaded and 1 out in a 1-1 tie, top half of the 7th inning. Carson Seamus at the plate, 0 for 2 with a couple of ground outs so far. First pitch, swings and fouls it out of play down the first baseline. So right now, the middle infielders, Miller at short, Moore at second, kind of up even with the bag. So not all the way up.
Yeah, everyone's pretty much about halfway. It's going to depend on kind of what direction the ball takes them.
0-1 pitch, down low, it's 1-1. And right, Mikey Romero, the leadoff man and the RBI leader for the Sea Dogs in the on-deck circle for Portland. 1 ball and 1 strike to Carson Seamus. Swing and a miss, foul tip into the glove of McIntosh, and the count is 1-2.
It's another slider that was up. I don't think he wanted to put it there, but it's worked twice already. He's gotten 2 swing and misses at sliders, maybe about belly button high.
Portland has chased a lot of pitches up high in this ballgame.
Do you go back?
Sure. 1-2. Little squirter foul. Did not go up high. Came back with a slider that Seamus very protectively just kind of poked the other way to stay alive at 1-2. I think if you do go back up high, you go high heat.
Fastball maybe right at the letters.
Yep. See if you can get him to chase out of the zone. You're 1-2, so if you miss up high and he takes it, you don't lose a whole lot. See if that's what the Phils are thinking. Alvarez delivers. Doesn't chase the slider, but he does not. It's 2-2.
All right, you had to pitch the burn there.
Yep.
Now it's 2-2. Do you technically have on the burn? Yes, but you don't want to put yourself in a 3-2 count here. So see what he attacks Carson Seamus with here.
Alvarez delivers. Lifted straight up in the infield. Verdugo in. The third baseman will call for it. The infield fly rule will retire the out as Verdugo makes the grab. A big second out. And here comes the manager out of the dugout for the Fightin' Phils.
Well, Alvarez did the job, got that batter. Now you're going to bring Garnett to face. Well, it's the next two lefties, but you hope it's just one lefty that Tristan Garnett gets the face.
So we will see Tristan Garnett make his way out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen.
Well, I mean, he's already halfway in.
Yeah, he is. He is sprinting in. Garnett back with the Fightin' Phils after a stint on the IL. And we'll tell you a little bit more about him when we come back to FirstEnergy Stadium after this. And so, as we said, going to break, the left-hander Tristan Garnett making his debut here at FirstEnergy Stadium in 2025.
Yeah, a couple of appearances last week down at Chesapeake for Garnett, inning each, scoreless inning each. 3 strikeouts, couple of walks in total. And opposing hitters were 1 for 9 against Tristan Garnett when facing him last week.
So again, he will face the top of the order in Mikey Romero. Bases loaded and now 2 out. Game is tied at 1-1. We're in the top half of the 7th inning. Game delayed 1 hour by a rainstorm that blew through here right before we were scheduled for the first pitch at 5:15. Got started at 6:17 instead. Been playing under sunny skies all the way through. Mikey Romero 0 for 3 so far in the ballgame. All against Griff McGarry, who started and went the first 5. First pitch, Romero swings and fouls it down the third base line and out of play.
First time out of his 3 outings that Tristan Garnett has inherited an inning. Both times he's entered new clean innings.
Paul lefty winds and delivers. Pitch is up high, and it's 1-1 on a slider. Garnett with a very over-the-top delivery from a very tall spot to begin with. So like really coming downhill at you. 1-1 pitch. This is outside. It's 2-1. Chopper to right side. Benelis is there. He needs Garnett to cover, and he's there. And that will do it for the Sea Dogs in the 7th. For Portland, no runs, 2 hits, no errors, and they leave the bases loaded. Well, 7th inning stretch time at Baseball Town, tied at 1. Bottom half of the 7th inning brought to you by Swartz Culleton PC. Have you or a loved one been injured? Get justice. Call Swartz Culleton today at 1-800-JUSTICE. Noah Song back out to go to work for the Sea Dogs after coming in and retiring the lone batter he faced in the bottom half of the 6th inning. And there was a change for the Sea Dogs. Max Ferguson came in to pinch run for Brooks Brannon. At the time the Phils made the change with Garnett coming in to pitch. Brannon was at third base. They brought in Max Ferguson to run, and so now Ronald Rosario is in to catch in replacement of Brannon. And Paul McIntosh greets Noah Song with a line drive into center field. Cut off by Kane Rose. McIntosh is going to slide into second base with a double. Paul McIntosh with his second hit of the night, his 4th extra base hit of this series.
Man, Paul McIntosh is on a different level right now. Another 2-hit day. Gets himself another double, his 7th of the year, and man, he has found something as of late, and he has just been red hot.
So he is a leadoff base runner representing the go-ahead run here in the bottom of the 7th, and Alex Pinellas is the batter. First pitch from Song. He greets him with a slider that Pinellas swings over the top of. Pinellas 0 for 2 with a couple of groundouts, both on the right side. Phils would take that right now to move the runner up. 0-1 pitch. It's outside, ball 1. Mikey Romero at third base playing way up on Pinellas. Just a half a step behind the grass cutout. 1-1 pitch. Over for a called strike 2, so Song quickly gets ahead of Pinellas 1-2. Pinellas looking for something, at least if nothing else, he can roll over and move McIntosh up a bat. 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. Came with a curveball, and Pinellas could not catch up to it. Strikeout number 2 for Noah Song. 1 out here in the 7th. Brings up Luis Verdugo. He grounded out a couple of times as well. Once to third, once to short. McIntosh, good size leadoff of second. Song with a long look in. And now time is called because the pitch clock was down to 3 seconds, and the catcher, Rosario, called timeout. Pitch outside, ball 1. Michael Jones coaching at third base tonight for the Fightin Phils. Drew Ellison coaching at first. Al Padrique in the dugout tonight. 1-0 pitch in the dirt. Good block by Rosario in the backhanded stop. It's 2 balls and no strikes to Verdugo. Robert Moore in the on-deck circle for the Fightin Phils. Go-ahead run at second base. 1 out, bottom half of the 7th inning. Way up high, it's 3-0. Verdugo will take a look down to Michael Jones as to whether or not he has the take sign or not. Taking all the way, and he misses up and in, ball 4.
I think that was a cross-up right there. Rosario did not look like I think he was expecting fastball, and then a slider was dropped in.
I can imagine he would be thinking it at 3-0, but doesn't matter. It's ball 4, so Verdugo is a base runner. The first walk of the night for the Phils offensively. They've got 2 on now and 1 out for Robert Moore. Moore 0 for 2 on the night, now batting left-handed for the first time. And the first pitch to him is up high for a ball. So that's 5 straight now out of the zone from Noah Song. Romero at third base, off the line and behind the bag. As Moore lifts this one down the third base line, but foul and out of play. Count now 1 ball and 1 strike to Robert Moore. Two on, 1 out. Swing and a miss. Went chasing after the high heat. Comes up empty, and it's 1-2.
And look, if you're Moore, Leendo at short's behind the second base bag. Romero's towards the bag at third. He got a big call on that side. Choke up, shorten up. Just try to poke something the other way here. Single should score McIntosh.
Went with a big cut last time. See if he makes the adjustment here. 1-2 pitch. Over for a called strike 3. Doesn't matter. He's going down looking. Strikeout number 3 for Noah Song, and a big one there as Moore is down with 2 outs now. Here comes Cade Fergus. Fergus 0 for 2. Strikeout and a flyout in his 2 plate appearances. 1 for 7 in the series, and it was a home run. Swing and a miss here.
I was looking for it all right there. Got a slider at 84 from Noah Song, so a good first pitch, kind of pitching backwards from the former Fightin' Phil.
0-1 pitch. It's in the dirt. It's 1-1. Fergus with 2 RBIs in the series. He had the solo home run and a sacrifice fly.
Look where Tibbs is in right field right now. He is
wow.
Over towards the line.
Yeah, if Cade Fergus hits one in a gap in right center field, everybody's scoring, and Fergus is going to be on third base. 1 ball and 1 strike. Swing and a foul tip. Rosario holds on. It's 1-2.
Another slider from Noah Song. He's got Fergus a swing and miss on them twice this at bat. See if he goes back to the slider.
Well, McIntosh at second. He started the inning with a double. Luis Verdugo at first. He walked. 2 outs, 1 ball and 2 strikes to Cade Fergus. Over for a called strike 3. So Moore and Fergus both go down looking. 4 strikeouts for Noah Song. And the Phils waste another leadoff double in this ballgame. For the Fightins in the 7th. No runs, 1 hit, no errors, and they leave 2. 7 complete, tied at 1. Still tied at 1 in baseball town. Another pitcher's duel between the Fightins and the Sea Dogs. As we head to the top half of the 8th inning, and to take over play-by-play is Jigstar.
Thank you very much, Bob. About 8:15 here, 3 hours after the originally scheduled start time. And look, 3 hours into a game, usually I'd be feeling a little bit hungry right now, but not today. You know why? Because Moe's filled me up before the game. Welcome to Moe's, Southwest Grill. Why are you missing? Start your week off right at Moe's. Moe's Monday is now only $6.99. Continue the savings any day after new value meal or add queso and a drink to any entree for only $3. Visit Moe's at 1070 Berkshire Boulevard in Wyomissing. Moe's is a proud 2025 Fightin' Phils team feed partner. So top 8, 1-1 game. Tristan Garnett's back out. His first pitch to James Tibbs is taken for a called strike, and it's 0-1. If you're just joining us, it was a run each in the second for both sides, and that's been it. 0-1, Tibbs swings, rolls it over first, but Ellis charges, gloves it on a couple of hops. And the first baseman takes to the bag himself for out number 1, and that'll bring Alan Castro to the plate. So Nelson Alvarez started last inning, loaded the bases, got a couple of outs. Tristan Garnett came in and cleaned off the inning. Alvarez 2/3 of an inning, 2 hit, a walk, 1 strikeout, but ultimately no runs allowed. And Garnett now his first full inning of work. Alan Castro, the switch hitter, bats from the right side. And the first pitch from the lefty Garnett is waved on and whiffed. It's 0-1.
Jaden Estanista up in the Fightin Phil's bullpen.
Sea Dogs also have a righty up and throwing. A 1 from Garnett, swing and a miss, 0-2. Fastball 92, top of the zone. Ellen Castro 0 for 4 in tonight's ball game. Excuse me, 0 for 3. Strikeout and a couple of flyouts for the 22-year-old playing DH tonight. 0-2 from Garnett is down low. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Tristan Garnett, 27 years old, turned 27 back in March. Started the year off on the 60-day injured list. Had an oblique strain he suffered in spring training, re-aggravated it in early April. 1-2, swing and a miss. Castro goes down on strikes. First strikeout for Tristan Garnett tonight. 10th total fired by Fightin's pitching. And that'll bring Zach Earhart to the plate for the Sea Dogs. He's been responsible for the only Portland run tonight, had the solo home run back in the second.
Jacob Webb is the right-hander that is up in the Sea Dog bullpen.
2 outs, Earhart digs in. Right side, open stance. First pitch from Garnett's a fastball, up and away to the righty. It's 1-0.
I have to assume that Noah Song's night is done after working his way out of the jam in the 7th inning.
Overall, a solid outing for Song. 4 strikeouts over an inning and a third of work. 1-0. Slider froze Earhart. It's a called strike. It's 1-1. 7 home runs this year for Zach Earhart, younger brother of Drew Earhart. Currently the first baseman and in the hole right now for the Sea Dogs. The 1-1 is a changeup waved on a whiff by Earhart. It's 1-2.
Phils have just consistently worked ahead throughout this game. They really have not been behind a whole lot. McGarry walked 2. Alvarez walked 1 in his 2/3 of an inning of work. It's been a really good pitching performance by the Phils throughout this series.
1-2 the count to Zach Earhart. 2 outs in the 8th. 1-1 game. Garnett fires, and it's down low. 2-2. Change up at 81. Earhart did not chase on it. Left side of the infield straight up. Right side shaded towards the middle. More towards the middle at second. Pinellas off the bag at first. The 2-2 is a sinker up at the letters. Counts full. Sun setting on what's turned into another nice evening here in Reading, Pennsylvania. Game was delayed about an hour after some pretty heavy storms blew through around 5 o'clock. 3-2 misses down, ball 4. So Garnett walks Earhart. 4th walk issued by Reading pitching tonight. First by Garnett. And as Ronald Rosario comes up, Reading, who's been playing the matchups these last couple of innings, Al Patrique comes out. And it looks like Tristan Garnett's night's going to come to an end. And Jaden Estanista will be the new pitcher out of the Alvernia University Golden Wolves bullpen. More on Estanista when we return after this on the Fightin' Phils Radio Network. Still at top of the 8th, a man on first base, and a 1-1 ball game. Tristan Garnett's night is done, and in from the Alvernia University bullpen, it's Jaden Estanista.
Estanista made 21 appearances with Jersey Shore before his call up to Reading. This is his 4th appearance as a Fightin' Phil. He's not having a decision, an ERA of 2.25. 4 innings pitched. He has not given up a hit. He did give up 1 run, 4 strikeouts, and 2 walks.
So Ronald Rosario, the first batter he'll face. 2 outs here in this 8th inning. It's a 1-1 ball game. First at bat tonight for Ronald Rosario. Did not start this game. Brooks Brannon did, but he was pinch ran for last inning, and then Rosario entered the game a catcher. First pitch to Rosario, misses up. It's 1-0. It's the first home outing for Estanista. Pitched once at Somerset on July the 5th and a couple of times against Chesapeake last week. Runner goes. Pitch is a strike. McIntosh lost a grip on it, so there is no throw. Stolen base number 14 for Zach Earhart. It was a strike, so it's 1-1. Pitch home. Swing and a miss. It's 1-2. Rosario, a .210 hitter, 31 RBIs, a .213 hitter with runners in scoring position. 30 of his 31 RBI have come with men in scoring position this season. One ball, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Estanista checks, fires, and a cutter misses low and away to the righty. It's 2-2. Estanista checks back at Earhart, fires a 2-2, swing and a miss. Struck him out. Rosario down swinging, and that will retire the side here in the top half of the 8th inning. So in the frame, no runs, no hits, 1 man left for the Sea Dogs. We will head to the bottom half of the 8th inning. Fightin, Phillies, and Portland still gridlocked. It's 1 apiece. Bottom half of the 8th inning. New pitcher coming in out of the bullpen for the Sea Dogs in this 1-1 ball game. It's Jacob Webb.
Webb just promoted to Portland from High A Greenville on July the 18th. Was 1-0 with a 0.93 ERA in 6 appearances at Greenville. Struck out 12 in 9 2/3 innings pitched.
So Webb is in for Noah Song, who allowed no runs on a hit over an inning and a third of work. Walked 1, struck out 4.
Webb actually started this season with AAA Worcester, then was on the IL, 7-day IL, beginning of at the end of April. He, like Tristan Garnett, with the oblique strain, now working his way back up after some time with Greenville, and now back here in Portland.
9-1-2 up for the Fightin Phillies tie ball game. Eric Brito leads off. He's 1 for 2. He has singled and he has popped up. First pitch from Jacob Webb is there for a called strike. It's 0-1. Webb did spend some time in Portland last year. 37 games with the Sea Dogs, 10-3, a 4.28 ERA. Next pitch to Brito was swung on and fouled out of play. And the count's quickly 0-2. 8th game for Brito since returning the Double-A Reading from Lehigh Valley. He's hitting 182. Time is called by Brito.
Little surprised at Al Padrique, although they don't do much of the pinch hitting move anymore, that with the right-handed pitcher in there, that they don't go to one of the left-handed bats that they have on the bench tonight.
0-2, Brito swings and a tapper foul. DeMartini, Pineda,
Nick Dunn, Carson, and
Caleb
Ricketts as well.
4 available on the bench.
Obviously wouldn't use Ricketts because of the catching spot, but obviously Dunn, Brito's at the DH spot, so it would be a straight change.
0-2, swing and a miss. Brito goes down on strikes. That's out number 1. Strikeout number 1 for Webb. 11th overall for Sea Dogs pitching tonight. And that'll bring Aiden Miller to the plate for the Phils. Well, Miller digs in from the right side. He's 0 for 3 tonight. A couple of strikeouts and a fly out the right. First pitch takes it down 1-0. Let's take a look at our team leader presented by PA Army National Guard. Aiden Miller leads the team in walks at 45. Also the most stolen bases on the team and in the whole Eastern League. And tied for first in the Phillies organization with 35 stolen bags this season. 1-0. Miller takes a slider for a called strike. It's 1-1. Miller hitless this week, and he's 0 for 10. Did walk once and steal a base. 1-1. Miller takes it low and away. It's 2-1. Miller was just 3 for 17 last week at Chesapeake. So 3 for his last 27 is Miller, trying to snap out of this little dry spell. 2-1. Swinging a tapper foul. It's 2-2.
Hit the ball well last night. The center field had extra base hit taken away from him, but really other than that, he really hasn't made great contact throughout this series.
2-2 the count, 1 out to Miller. Webb's pitch, low and away, count goes full.
His job here is just to get on base. Obviously with his ability to steal a base, a walk is not just a walk to Aiden Miller.
3-2 the count, 1 out. Webb fires. Swing and a miss. Miller down on strikes. And in front of a slider at 84 from Jacob Webb. So back-to-back strikeouts for Webb to start this 8th inning. And that'll bring the center fielder Campbell to the plate. Quiet night for Campbell. He's 0 for 3. Strikeout line out. Dick ground into a fielder's choice. First pitch a called strike. It's 0-1. The line out he had in the first was a well-struck ball, but Zach Earhart did a good job tracking it down in the left center gap. Pitch home. Check swing. Doesn't matter. Pitch was a strike. Fastball on the outside corner at 94. It's 0-2. 1-1 ball game. Bottom of the 8th. 2 outs. Reading's bullpen's quiet. Looks like Estanista will get the top of the 9th. Will be if a chance for a save. Well, actually, couldn't get a save anyway because it's still a tie game, but will be a chance to finish off a win or keep it tied. Next pitch swung on, slowly hit ground ball third. Romero charges, Fields fires the first on the run, and they get Campbell by about half a step. So 5-3 goes the put out. 1-2-3 go down the Phils. We have played 8. We'll head to the 9th. Like we've been for a while, it's still a 1-1 game as we head to the final inning of regulation tonight. Tonight's attendance at FirstEnergy Stadium is 6,163. Thanks to our friends at PSCCU for presenting tonight's attendance. PSCCU is proud to be one of the largest credit unions in Pennsylvania. So we go to the top half of the ninth inning. Fightin Phils and Sea Dogs tied up at 1 apiece, which has been the score for quite a while, Bob McCall. Portland a run in the top of the second, Reading a run in the bottom of the second, and then a whole lot of donuts across the rest of the scoreboard.
Well, you got a team in Portland that's hitting .220 as a team, and the Fightin Phils at .233 as a team. So runs and hits have not been plentiful in this series.
Drew Earhart leads off, takes the first one from Estanista for a ball down. It's 1-0. Earhart 1 for 3 in today's game. He did single back in the 7th, which was Portland's best chance to break this tie. Waves and whiffs at a 1-0 to even the count. Sea Dogs loaded the bases with 1 out. Nelson Alvarez got Carson Seamus to pop out. Tristan Garnett got Mikey Romero to ground out. Next pitch is a one-hop ground ball short. Miller finds it, bobbles it, throws the first. It's wide, gets away from Benellis, but it shoots back quickly. So on first will be Earhart. We'll see what they roll it, whether it's a hit or an error. Reading already 1 error tonight. Look at the replay on MLB TV. I mean, it's a tough play.
It's a very tough play. He knocked it down, but he just rushed himself with the throw, probably more than he had to. Still think it's probably a base hit, but we'll see how they rule it. But I think if Miller kind of composed himself for just maybe a split second more, he gets that throw on the bag, but rushing to throw, he pulled it well off the bag.
Will be a base hit. First pitch is a swinging strike. Throw to second on a stolen base is late. So Drew Earhart has second base stolen. His first stolen base this year in his 37th game played.
And that's what you got to do in this situation. Look, this is a game that obviously runs are at a premium. You got to make something happen. So you get a base hit, you get the runner moving, and now he's in scoring position. That's been the problem, though. Nobody's come up with a base hit with a runner in scoring position on either side.
0-1, swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
A little surprised that Rose didn't try to maybe drop a bunt down here. He tried to drop a bunt last time up and wasn't able to do so.
0-2. Swinging a foul ball straight back. Teams today are a combined 1 for 14 with runners in scoring position. The only hit was that Abram Liendo single in the 7th where Earhart really couldn't do much on.
And that ended up loading the bases in that situation because he didn't hit it very hard.
0-2 again. Hit outside and low to the righty Rose. It's 1-2.
The runner at second in that spot was still Brooks Brannon, the catcher who ultimately was replaced as a pinch runner, but he had a freeze on the play because it was so softly hit. He wasn't sure that Aiden Miller wasn't going to make a catch on it.
1-2. Another slider misses outside. It's 2-2.
So obviously from Portland's perspective, if you're Rose, you're trying to hit something the other way to try to move Earhart to third.
2 balls, 2 strikes to count. Estanista checks the runner, deals home, and it's fouled back again. Also, that last play was changed to an error, so it'll be the 12th error this season on Aiden Miller.
Also didn't look like Caden Rose had any thoughts about hitting the ball the other way, and that cut just about came out of his shoes.
2 to the count to Rose. He's 0 for 2. 2 strikeouts and a walk. The pitch. It's down again. Another good block by McIntosh, and the count's full.
And McIntosh has had a number of pitches in the dirt tonight with runners in scoring position. He has been equal to the task every time. That's huge. I mean, again, you're trying to get that runner to third somehow or another.
Count started 0-2. Now it's full. Go-ahead runs on second here in a 1-1 game. Pitch home. It's outside ball 4. So Estanista loses Rose. Now it does put a double play in order.
It does. It does put the force out back into the equation at any bag, or obviously even better would be a double play. And then here comes Liendo, who's had those two base hits. Neither one of them have been hit very hard. Almost makes you tempted to have Aiden Miller play himself a little bit back and behind the bag a little bit.
There's the bunt, and the pitch is outside. It's 1-0.
Estanisa suddenly lost the strike zone.
Bullpen quiet for Reading right now. Sea Dogs do have a righty throwing. But it's Estanista's inning to get out of here. No outs, top 9, 1-1. Corners are up for Reading. Pitch home, he squares again, and he pops it up. Estanista lets it fall smartly. Yep. There's one, there's two, and did they get three? They did not.
No, fortunately for...
But they turned a double play, I believe.
Absolutely they did. There's no doubt about that. Right now, Portland is all confused. They don't know what to do. I don't know why they think that the runner from first base is still alive. He's not.
I have no idea what's going on.
They threw to third, that's a force out. They threw to second, that's a force out. So for some reason, Portland does not think that the runner at first base, Kane Rose, is out. But he is. Why wouldn't he be?
Yeah.
Unless for whatever reason they called an infield fly rule.
Unless they called an infield fly rule.
Chad Epperson is now going to be out to argue. But that ball's not in the air to be an infield fly rule.
No, it's a bunt.
So Estanisa and the Phils made the right play. He let it drop. He threw to third. That's a force out. That's one out. The runner at second, Earhart, is out. Then they threw to second. The runner at first, Kane Rose, is out.
Unless they caught an infield fly, but it never looked like they caught it.
No.
Now Rose is still standing on second.
Right. I don't know why they think Rose is not out at second. Because they started, Pal Sasala, the third base coach, started yelling to him to run to third base, thinking he was still on board.
If it's on an infield fly rule, there's nothing to argue. Yeah, so it's a double play.
It absolutely is a double play. I have no idea what Portland's even thinking.
What a heads-up play by Jaden Estanista.
Yeah, I mean, you catch the pop-up, it's first and second and one out. You let it drop, and now all of a sudden it's one out, and they almost got a triple play out of it.
So it's a 1-5-6 fielder's choice, or double play.
Give Leendo credit, because he realized what was happening and then started to run down the first baseline, or they would have had a triple play.
Well, I think Miller kind of double clutched. I don't know if the bag was not being covered. First pitch to Seamus, a ball 1-0. I thought if Miller threw it right away, they would have had a triple play.
Yeah. But regardless, it's a smart play to certainly change the dynamic of this inning around.
So I guess it goes down as a 1-5-6 double play fielder's choice. I don't know if the fielder's choice factors in. And there's a double play.
But I guess it's a fielder's choice because it puts Leendo at first.
Well, that was something, but man, what a heads-up play by Estanista.
But as I said, it changes the dynamic of this inning around completely.
Swung on, ground ball short. Miller charges fields, fires the first. It's in time, and that will retire the side in the ninth. No runs, no hits. There was an error, and one man left. We will go to the bottom half of the ninth inning. It's a 1-1 game. And as a wise Bob McCool always says, it's winning time for the Phillies. Bottom of the ninth, up next. Bottom half of the ninth inning, 1-1 ball game. It'll be 3-4-5 to up for Reading as Jacob Webb is back out. And Bob, let's just go back to that play real quick by Jaden Estanista to get the double play on that bunt pop-up.
Yeah, I'd be very, very curious to know on a lie detector test who made that decision. If Estanista, it doesn't matter who made the decision. It was the right decision to make. But did Estanista, who's just a 23-year-old kid, did he know to let that go and make that play? Did Paul McIntosh's catcher say, drop it, let it go? Did it come from the dugout? Doesn't matter where it came from. He made the right call. I'd just be very curious to know if Estanista knew that on his own to make that decision, because it was absolutely the right decision to make. And what a gut punch to Portland's rally.
So Felix Reyes leads things off for the Fightin' Phils. It's a 1-1 ball game. Reyes does have a double today. Felix Reyes also has a walk-off home run this season. May the 4th against Harrisburg. First pitch, he swings, punches it to the right side. On a couple of hops, it's fielded by Drew Earhart. He'll flip it to the pitcher, Webb, covering the bag. It's in time. That's out number 1. That'll bring Paul McIntosh to the plate. So 2 years ago on the Sunday coming out of the All-Star break, Portland was in town. Reading won on a walk-off home run from Ethan Wilson. Last year was the Sunday going into the All-Star break, but it was the same kind of weekend of the year. Reading won on a walk-off on a Sunday against Akron. Just saying. Will history repeat itself again? McIntosh, first pitch, the ball up, it's 1-0.
I would say that I would be 100% in favor of that.
I'd say I am too. Good day for McIntosh. He's 2 for 3. Has a home run and he has a double. 1-0. He swings and he fouls it back. It's 1-1. Good crowd on hand today. Over 6,100 in the ballpark. Good bit of stuck it out to the end. Game was delayed. Didn't start until about 6:15. And it's been a good one. Pretty much an evenly played ball game. 1-1 here in the 9th. Pitch home. Low and away. It's 2-1. McIntosh, perhaps best hitter Reading could have up in this situation. 12-game on-base streak, 8-game hitting streak. 2-1. Swing and a miss, 2-2.
Really good slider there by Webb. And McIntosh thinking that he's going to get a 2-1 fastball, gets a slider instead, and a slider off the plate as well.
2-2 and an out here in a tie game. Pitch home. Down low, it's 3-2.
Yeah, and you're looking to get a man on base here. Obviously, you're hoping for some thunder out of McIntosh, but you need a base runner.
Full count and an out. Jacob Webb, the righty. McIntosh, the righty. Pitch home. Swung on, drove to the air. Right center field. Rose is back at the wall. It's off the top of the wall. McIntosh turns first, heads towards second. He is thinking about third. He'll stop at second, though, and head back. And it is a one-out double for Paul McIntosh. Inches away from winning this ball game. And that'll bring Alex Pinellas up.
On the Redners Event Center, there's a railing that is the home run wall. It's a yellow line that goes across the top of that railing. It hit the bottom of that fence that's underneath it. So it hit above the brick. Right, hit above the brick and below the yellow railing. But Paul McIntosh had thoughts about going to third, and I think if everybody in the ballpark could have had a rope to pull on him to hold him up, they would have. And fortunately, he did put on the brakes because he would have been a dead duck if he would have went to third base. But he is in scoring position now to win the ball game.
So here's Alex Pinellas. It's the second double today for McIntosh, 8th this season. Pitch. Outside, it's 1-0.
McIntosh has 7 extra base hits in this series. 4 doubles and now a home run. Boy, is he hot.
Pretty good. 1-0. Outside, 2 balls, no strikes.
The Phils had a double from Reyes in the 4th, couldn't get him around. Had a double from McIntosh in the 7th, couldn't get him around. Here we go again in the 9th.
Time is called. And they're going to intentionally walk Alex Pinellas.
Interesting.
I don't blame him.
No, I think that's a smart move, to be honest with you, especially down 2-0. They could try to get him to chase a couple pitches. He doesn't chase, and so they're not going to waste the time to throw ball 3 and ball 4. Looks like we're going to get a pinch hitter here for Verdugo. It's like Nick Dunn. I believe, is going to come into pinch.
It is Nick Dunn, and Chad Epperson's coming out.
I don't think anybody is up in the bullpen, though.
I don't see anyone throwing. Jacob Webb's at 22 pitches.
Now, sometimes they'll come down the steps and be waiting behind the wall.
I didn't see anyone
I didn't
throwing.
see anybody warming up, so I think this might be just a conversation. Talk about, well, first of all, Dunn hasn't batted, so it might be a little bit of a this is what Dunn likes and a little bit of a scouting report on Nick Dunn, as well as just to talk a little bit about strategy in terms of what you're looking for. Obviously, what you're looking for is a ground ball and a double play to get out of this. But it also might have to do with whether or not Nick Dunn is going to bunt, which I would be surprised
with what? Yeah, no outs, I would say probably 1 out. I think you let him swing away.
Right.
So we got 1 out, bottom half of the 9th inning. 1-1's our score. Paul McIntosh on second, he doubled. Alex Pinellas on first, he was intentionally walked. Didn't get a chance to really kind of haunt his former team. Now Nick Dunn has a chance to be the hero tonight. First pitch is down for a ball. It's 1-0.
It's a veteran hitter. You got to be patient here in this spot. As much as you want to come up with a big spot, you got to make sure you get something you like first.
Runners get their leads. Webb set. 1-0 pitch. Low and away, 2-0.
I think you got to see one now if you're done.
4 straight.
Yep.
Ball is fired by Jacob Webb.
And he missed 2 in a row to Pinellas and then put him on board, and now 2-0 to Dunn. Like I said, I think you got to see one.
2-0 pitch. 3-0. Pitch missed down in the dirt. Robert Moore awaits on deck.
Now you definitely
it's take all the way.
Absolutely. But then again,
look,
maybe he's going to groove a 3-0 pitch.
And he hits a single. We win the game.
Correct.
I'd have no complaints. 3-0 the count. Winning run on second. Pitch home. That was a groove pitch, and Dunn takes it. It's 3-1.
Still in a very, very friendly count right now for Nick Dunn. But he's got to come in with something.
You're thinking a pitch, one spot here. Hitters count, McIntosh. The winning run leads off second. The pitch. On the outside corner, it's 3-2.
Yeah.
Good spot, 93.
Yeah, it's a good pitch.
Bottom part of the zone towards the outer half.
We saw Dunn the other night just slap one right through that shortstop spot. It's a perfect spot for it right now. It's wide open.
3-2. Swung on, ground ball second. It is juggled but fielded by Liendo. Tag second, goes the first, and it's an inning-ending 6-3 double play. So Nick Dunn grounds out. Liendo makes the play, retires the side of the 9th. No runs, 1 hit, and 1 man left on base for the R-Phils. Well, gonna get some free baseball on this Sunday night. We'll go to the 10th. Still tied up at 1 apiece. Well, we go to the top half of the 10th inning. It's a 1-1 ball game between Reading and Portland, and the new pitcher in for Reading, their 6th arm today, is the lefty Andrew Walling.
23rd appearance of the season. He is 1-3 with a 4.68 earned run average. In 25 innings pitched, he's given up 20 hits, 13 runs, 15 total runs, 13 of them earned, 27 strikeouts, and 13 walks.
So it'll be 6, 7, and 8. So 6, 7, and 8 due up here for, top of the order. Due up here for the Sea Dogs. Carson Seamus runs on second base. Here's Mikey Romero, and Walling will step off and look Romero back. So Jaden Estenisa, an inning and a third, no runs, no hits, a walk and a strikeout. First pitch home from Walling is swung on a line drive towards left. Fergus back, it's turned around, makes the catch. Seamus was halfway between the bags, so he has to head back. And that is out number 1. You'll take that, and that'll bring James Tibbs to the plate.
Well, Fergus, who's a natural center fielder, played that really well. It's a line drive right at him, but behind him. It's the hardest ball to judge as an outfielder. A line drive right at you, but really over your head. And he had to spin around a couple times, but he found it and made the catch.
Tibbs in from the left side. Walling checks back at the runner, who's dancing off the bag. Pitch home. It's a strike. It's 0-1. Couple of defensive changes. Nick Dunn stays in the game, goes to second. Whole bat on the spot of Luis Verdugo goes to 6 hole. Robert Moore goes from second to third. And Andrew Walling, of course, the new pitcher. 0-1 is up. It's 1-1. Appreciate you spending some time with us on this Sunday evening. Wherever you may be, coast to coast, corner to corner of the country. We appreciate you tuning in with us on what's been a long one today. 1-1 is a strike. It's 1-2. James Tibbs tonight 0 for 4. Couple of strikeouts, couple of groundouts to first. He's gone strikeout, ground out to first. Strikeout, ground out to first. So naturally, should be a strikeout.
Seems to be a pattern.
It's a 1-2 strike count to Tibbs, the 22-year-old prospect in the Red Sox system. 1-2, curveball. I don't know where it was. We had it in the zone up here. So it's 2-2. You see the replay. Maybe a hair down. What the home plate umpire, Nick Mull, had it. 2-2. Misses down. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Portland does have a righty up and throwing for the bottom half of the 9th inning. Bottom half of the 10th inning. 3-2. Swung on, ground ball towards the middle. Miller gets it, spins, throws the first in time. Nice play by the shortstop, Aiden Miller. 6-3 goes the put out. Carson Seamus up to third.
As we talked about before,
that's out number 2.
With Miller and that spin move, that pirouette around the bag. This time, he kind of found himself and had the feet firmly planted in the right direction to make the throw, and made the throw right on the money to Pinellas.
So Alan Castro's the batter. 2 outs here in the inning. Seamus leads off third. Here's the pitch. Inside for a ball. It's 1-0. It's the 6th extra inning game Reading has played this year, the 3rd of which at home. Reading just a 1-4 record in extra inning games. Pitch home, swung on. That one's hit well. Towards center. Campbell back to his left, makes the catch. And that will retire the side here in the 10th. Great outing by Andrew Walling. Now let's see what happens here in the bottom half of the 10th inning if they can get Walling the win. Sea Dogs down in order. They leave 1 on base. No runs, no hits, no errors, and 1 man left. We will head to the bottom half of the 10th inning. Reading looking to walk it off when we come back. Bottom half of the 10th inning. 1-1 ball game between Reading and Portland. And Giovanni Cruz, the new arm, in for the Sea Dogs.
This is his 22nd appearance for Portland. He's 0-2 with a 3.89 earned run average. This is not a save situation, but he has 4 saves in 5 opportunities for the Sea Dogs. In 34 2/3 innings pitched, he's given up just 19 hits, 15 earned runs, 42 strikeouts, but he has walked 29, and he's also given up a couple of home runs.
So Reading will send 7, 8, and 9 to the plate here in the inning. See if we get any pinch hitters here in the frame. Still a few lefties on the bench. Pineda, DeMartini, and Ricketts. Ricketts would be a last resort, with him being the only other catcher available. And Nick Dunn will be the runner on second base. Robert Moore leads off. So bottom 10, it's a 1-1 ball game. Reading has walked off 3 games this year.
Gotta think that they're gonna have Robert Moore bunt here, move him up to third base.
Gotta think so. I mean,
Portland certainly thinks so.
Portland did not score, so I think the play is you got to bunt. And you have 2 chances to get the runner home. Corners are up. Nick Dunn on second leads off the bag, the place runner. Moore already squares. Pitch home, and he brought it back to swing away. Pitch was in for a ball, 1-0. Maybe you see if you can get the infielders to back up a few steps and then get one down.
Make him think a little bit about it. Maybe pull it back until you see a strike.
0 for 3 tonight is Moore. He pulled it back early, though. Squares, and this time he pulls it back because it was up, so it's 2-0.
Yeah.
I think the first one was kind of a bluff. That one looked like he was intending to get it down.
Right. Again, you got a new pitcher into the game. You might want see one before you drop one. We'll see.
2 balls, no strikes. Here's the pitch. Squares again, pulls it back. It's 3-0.
Sometimes you can mess with a pitcher a little bit. Again, there's so little of bunting anymore in the game of baseball, and you've got a guy coming out of the bullpen and looking to rear back and throw strikes and throw bullets, but all of a sudden the guy's trying to bunt, and it kind of messes with some pitchers sometimes.
3-0. Moore squares again, pops it up, and it gets out of play, thankfully, and it's 3-1.
A little surprised that he didn't pull the butt back there, because that was a high pitch. And again, that's a very high, very difficult pitch to bunt, is a 97-mile-an-hour fastball up high. It's generally what happens is you pop it up.
3-1, squares again, pops it up, and it's caught by the first baseman, Drew Earhart. So unable to get the bunt down is Robert Moore. And that'll bring Cade Fergus to the plate. It's like Carson DeMartini has come out in the on-deck circle.
Little things in the game. Again, this is the opportunity, trying to move that runner up, and all of a sudden all you need is a fly ball to get him in. You got to bring the infield up and all that goes along with it, but not being able to get the bunt down changes everything.
First pitch to Cade Fergus is a strike. It's 0-1. Oh for 3 today is Cade Fergus. Pitch takes it for a called strike. It's 0-2. "22 runs driven in for Cade Fergus this year. He's got a team-high 9 home runs. But he's hitting just .130 with runners in scoring position. 6 for 46. Let's make that 7 here and send everybody home happy. Cruz ready at the belt, the 0-2. And that's a called strike 3 on the outside corner. First strikeout for Cruz, and that'll bring a pinch hitter up in Carson DeMartini. He's going to try to be the hero tonight.
When you break down at bats in moments like this, I mean, this is how you win games. This is how you don't win games. You got the ghost runner at second base. You got to move him to third. What do? In those situations, you pop up a bunt and you go down looking. Got to put the ball in play. You got to make the defense make a play. Phils didn't do either of those things.
So here's Carson DeMartini. Did not start this game. Pinch hitting off the bench here. 2 outs, bottom 10. 1-1, winning run on second. Pitch home. Takes it for a ball. It's 1-0. Nick Dunn is on second. Right side of the infield, straight up. Leando at short, shaded towards the middle. And Romero in the hole at third. Pitch home. DeMartini will take it. Outside, it's 2-0. Aiden Miller waits on deck. Should DeMartini reach and Dunn not score? We're pin dropping here right now. 2-0. Outside again, it's 3-0.
Yeah, this is a much better at bat right now from DeMartini.
Michael Jones looks like gave DeMartini the take sign.
The Dikemba Mutombo. No.
7 RBI for DeMartini. 3-0. Takes all the way. It's a called strike.
You're still in a great spot here for DeMartini. The base open. Top of the order in the on-deck circle and Aiden Miller. So he's going to want to come with something here.
3-1 the count. Cruz fires. Inside, ball 4. So that'll bring Aiden Miller to the plate for the Phillies as they look to walk it off. It's been a quiet night for Miller. 0 for 4, 3 strikeouts, but you get a base hit here, and all that gets forgotten about.
It's been a quiet series, really, for Aiden Miller.
He's hitless this weekend.
Change that right now.
First pitch. Well, he tried to right there. He swings and misses 0-1.
But again, this is where you've got to shorten up here. You're not looking. You want to walk it off. Doesn't matter if you walk it off with a home run or a single. Just you got to make contact. And that right side is so wide open.
0-1. Takes it for a called strike. It's 0-2.
It's a really good cutter there from Cruz.
22 runs driven in for Miller this year, hitting .208 with runners in scoring position. 0-2. Outside, it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
They're working him on the outer half of the plate with the second baseman Seamus shading up the middle. If he could just reach out and slap it on the right side, we're out of here.
Last pitch was 100 from Cruz. Righty's ready, the 1-2. And Miller swings and misses. Ball was dropped. Catcher goes to first. It's in time. So Miller strikes out for the 4th time today, and that will end the 10th inning. No runs, no hits, and 2 left for the Phillies. We will head to the 11th. First time the Phillies will play 11 innings at least this year. Be back after this here on the Fightin' Phillies Radio Network. Well, for the first time this season, an Phillies game moves into the 11th inning. And it'll be Tommy McCullum in here in a 1-1 ball game.
McCullum making his 21st appearance of the season. 0-2 with a 2.22 earned run average. Picked up his 6th save of the season on Friday night. 6 saves and 8 opportunities. This obviously not a save situation. 28 and a third innings pitched. He's given up just 17 hits, 28 strikeouts, has only walked 6.
4-5-6-2 up. Zach Earhart, the first to bat. And it's Alan Castro, the place runner, on second. First pitch home is down, squirts away from McIntosh for a moment, but the catcher able to pounce on it and keep Castro on second.
Pinellas up at first base, thinking that Earhart might bunt here, but no indication from Zach Earhart that he would. Now conversation with McIntosh and McCullum. Obviously he must have gotten crossed up there after just one pitch going out to talk to his pitcher. May have been a situation where because there's a runner on second base, the signals are different than what they normally use, and maybe McCullum wasn't thinking that way because he inherited that runner at second base.
So 1 no strikes to count here to Zach Earhart. Responsible for the only Portland run tonight. It was a solo home run back in the second. 1-0. Swung on, and it's fouled back and out of play. It's 1-1. You could tell me the Earhart home run happened 3 days ago, and I probably would have believed you at this point. 18 runs driven in for Earhart entering play today, 19 after the home run. 162 with runners in scoring position. The 1-1 at the knees for a called strike. It's 1-2. Kind of last night's game ended around 9:20.
Yeah, last night was a 2-hour and 14-minute game.
We are at 2 hours and
We're coming up on
52
3,
minutes right now.
Yeah, with a 1-hour rain delay to start.
We still are under 3 hours.
Yep.
But we're in the 11th inning. 1-2 strikes to count here to Zach Earhart. Pitch home. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. So first strikeout for McCullum. It's the 12th in total for Reading pitching today. And that'll bring Ronald Rosario, the catcher, to the plate. Still a good crowd on hand. Kids are running the bases after the game, and I think that's kind of why, well, it's a great ball game, but a big reason why a lot of the kids are still in the park. They want to run those bases. They got an Alec Boehm t-shirt to start today. Rosario swings the first one, pops it up, first base side and foul. Got an Alec Boehm t-shirt to start today. Then he got to take pictures with the Art Phils. Got to run the bases after the game, and you know, why not give them a win to celebrate with too?
Plus some extra baseball.
Well, that's been some free baseball. 0-1. That one is crushed deep to left field, and it is gone. Ronald Rosario hits one to the moon. A 2-run home run, his 4th of the season, and the Sea Dogs are on top. It's 3-1. 388 feet, 101 off the bat, and it wasn't even a bad pitch.
No, it was the inner half of the plate, and Rosario just opened up on it and cranked it.
It was a nice sinker from McCullum, but this kind of happened to drop right into the bat path of the righty Ronald Rosario. So that'll bring Drew Earhart to the plate. First pitch to Earhart is a ball. It's 1-0. Of course, only one of 2 of those runs will go against McCullum.
The irony of that, of course, is that Rosario came in as a pinch run, or he came in as a
defensive
replacement after Brandon was pinch run for.
1-0. Swung on, fouled straight back. It's 1-1.
And on top of the irony is that they pinch ran for Brandon when he got the third base, which is kind of unusual at that point in time. He didn't cost them a run when he was at second base. It was a looper behind shortstop that, I mean, he made the right decision to hold up on it.
1-1. Swing and a miss. 1-2. Out in front of a changeup was Earhart.
But Brandon was able to get to third base then and had to stop there because he couldn't get a good read off of it going into center field. And then that's when they pinch ran for him after he got to third base. And again, ball gets away from the catcher and Max Ferguson, who was the pinch runner, maybe he's able to score on it. It's just unusual to pinch run for a guy once he gets to third. And now what happens? The guy who comes in for him hits the 2-run home run.
1-2 is a fastball up and into the righty Drew Earhart. So it's 2 balls and 2 strikes. Drew Earhart 1 for 4 today. Singled back in the 7th. 2-2 swung on and he tomahawks one on the ground to short. Miller dives, comes to his feet. and has no play at first. So it's going to be the second single today for Drew Earhart, and it's a one-out base runner for Caden Rose.
Center fielder Caden Rose.
Three-one ball game, top half of the 11th. Reading was 1-4 in extra inning games this year, in danger of falling to 1-5. Runner goes in the first pitch, which is swung on and missed, and the throw to second from McIntosh is not in time. And it'll be stolen base number 2 today, and number 2 of the season for Drew Earhart, who had not stolen a base entering play today over 36 games. Now he has 2 already in this game.
Yeah, the throw sailed a little bit on McIntosh. If that throw is on the bag, he probably has Earhart, but nice sweep tag by Nick Dunn. Almost got him, tagging him on the foot as he was sliding in.
0-1, swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
But it does take the double play out of the equation now for the Sea Dogs with the stolen base.
Mitch Newborn is beginning the throw in the Reading bullpen. 0-2 is up. It's 1-2. And the 1-2. Swing and a miss in the dirt, and McIntosh will fire to first. Rose retired, second strikeout for McCullum. That'll bring Lee Endo. By my math, if anyone who pitched last night is not available, then Newborn would be the last available Reading pitcher tonight. Reading has gone 6 relievers tonight. They threw 3 more last night. So Newborn's the last non-starter who would be available for Reading.
Well, there's no more room in my book, so they can't go to that spot.
That's how it works, right?
Absolutely.
First pitch is a strike to Leendo. It's 0-1. I remember during the spring breakout game this year, pushed through, I don't know, like 10 pitchers. Ended up just going to like the little margin area on the right and just writing names in. A 1. Swing and a miss. It's 0-2. Yeah, Phillies threw 9 pitchers in that game. One of the names I actually ended up putting in those margins that I didn't have enough space for was the former RFL and current Iron Pig, Daniel Harper. 0-2, times called by Abram Leendo. This game coming up on 3 hours. Good night for Leendo. He's 2 for 4, but he bunted into that very interesting double play back in the 9th.
Was the play of the game up until this point.
Yeah, 1-2. And it's been outside. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count.
Portland at first and second and nobody out in that spot. And all of a sudden there was a man on first and 2 outs and almost a triple play.
Earhart leads off second. Sea Dogs lead at 3-1 here in the 11th. 1-2. That is a bit outside. Oh, nope, it's strike 3. Very late call from the home plate umpire.
It's a late night, too.
Yeah, and they want to get out of here, I guess. So McCollum does strike out the side here in the 11th, but the Sea Dogs do score 2 runs on 2 hits, including the big 2-run home run from Ronald Rosario. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. We'll head to the bottom half of the 11th inning. 3-1, Sea Dogs lead. It is comeback time for the RFLs. That's the bottom half of the 11th inning. 3-1 is our score. And be 2-3-4 due up for the Phils here in the 11th.
Think Binghamton's here yet?
Well, they might be. They're coming from New Hampshire.
Yeah.
Giovanni Cruz is back out for the Sea Dogs. And it's Dylan Campbell who leads off. Miller on second. First pitch, and Campbell swings and misses. It's 0-1.
Well, you got some thumpers coming up here with Reyes on deck circle, and then obviously the very hot Paul McIntosh as the 3-man in this inning.
0-1. Campbell swings. Ground ball foul. It's 0-2. I mean, you got power.
Yep.
Coming up this inning, and it's going to be power on power.
Yeah, Cruz has got some pop in his delivery. There's no doubt about that. He hit 99.
He's hit 100.
Yeah, he is upper 90s to say the least. He's a big dude as well.
Dylan Campbell 0 for 4 in tonight's ball game. 0-2. Way up and into the right. He has to lean back out of the way of it.
Roster lists Giovanni Cruz as 6 foot and 1/8. There's no.
You say 6 foot?
Yeah. He looks 6'3" and 200.
A lot of these guys get weighed when they first sign.
Must have had a growth spurt since he was signed.
1-2. Campbell, line drive, left field line, and this game is tied. Dylan Campbell ties it up at 3 with a 2-run shot. What a moment there for Campbell, his second AA home run. And we got a brand new ball game, Bob McCool.
Yes, we do, and he was all over it. Cruz, who was throwing 97, 98, 99, throws a cutter, upper half, and Dylan Campbell turned on it.
Bob, I don't know if this game's ever going to end.
He might not.
Wilson Valdez might have to come out of retirement.
We could not get any runs, and now all of a sudden, runs are plenty. And still no runs have been scored in this game without a home run.
That is true. So here's Reyes, 3-3 ball game here in the 11th.
Might as well continue that trend.
Swing and a miss, it's 0-1. Game was delayed an hour. Now we're in the bottom of the 11th inning.
Time to be a hero.
Send everybody home happy. The 0-1.
Oh, that's a good pitch.
Inside, it's 1-1.
Just missed up, I guess, but that was a really good pitch.
Three, bottom 11, the pitch. Oh, up towards the head of Reyes. It's 2-1.
I do not know how he got out of the way of that one.
Thankfully, it was only a cutter at 89.
Yeah, he's been going
instead
all
of a fastball
now.
at 99.
I mean, it was pretty much heat for a while. Now it's the cutter.
2-1. Popped up. Third base side, foul territory. Romero onto the warning track, and it drops between Romero and Liendo.
Well, there's a break for Felix Reyes. There's no doubt about that. I have no idea what Abram Liendo was doing over there, because he was, by the time that ball came down, about 2 feet away from Mikey Romero. When you're over there, you're looking straight up, but you can sense when there's somebody around you. Liendo's going to do nothing other than get in the blind spot of Mikey Romero and make him get a little hesitant. I mean, Romero missed it, but Liendo should not have been anywhere that close to it.
Another chance for Felix Reyes. The 2-2, and it's down 3-2.
I mean, if you're the shortstop, you can go over there and help him out if you need to for whatever reason, but you can't be close enough to him that he can pick you up in your peripheral vision. And again, I don't know that that's the reason that Romero missed it, but Reyes can make him pay for it here.
Full count, 3-2. Reyes swings, hits a line drive towards center. Started in, was Rose, goes back, makes the catch. That is out number 1. That'll bring Paul McIntosh to the plate.
Well, they're lining him up on Giovanni Cruz right now, obviously with Campbell's home run, and that was a line drive off the bat of Reyes. I don't know why Rose broke in. I mean, that ball was hit, and it was hit hard.
I mean, the ones hit right at you are always the hardest to judge.
Yeah, but you would think with Felix Reyes swinging, my first instinct would be to go back no matter what.
Here's McIntosh, went out on the 11th, pitch home. It's up and in, 1-0. Luckily, Reading doesn't have anywhere to go after this game. Portland, though, was a 5-hour drive to Richmond. 1-0. Up again, 2 balls, no strikes. 3-3, bottom of the 11th inning. The crowd is very much into it right now.
Yeah, they are.
Two-0. McIntosh takes it for a called strike, 2-1. What was it, 93? The doubleheader against the Padres where, like, the second game went till 4 in the morning. I'm not saying that's going to happen.
Yeah,
I'm just bringing it. And Mitch Williams hit the walk-off.
Mitch Williams ended it with a bat. Not with his arm, but with his bat.
2-1. Way outside. I think Cruz is starting to kind of lose control a bit here.
Yeah,
It's
so
3-1.
So if you're McIntosh, you're in a, again, prime position, 3 balls and a strike. Doesn't want to put you on base with a walk. McIntosh obviously swinging a very hot bat. If anybody's has a license to swing away right now, it's Paul McIntosh.
3-1. Is swinging. They appeal. No swing. That's ball 4. So Paul McIntosh aboard for the 4th time tonight. And that'll bring Alex Benellis to the plate. And I believe that's Chad Epperson coming out of the dugout.
It is. 32 pitches now from Cruz, so it looks like that's going to be it. Yep, here comes the reliever down the steps.
So Cruz is done. We will step aside here in a 3-3 ball game in the 11th. Back in the bottom half of the 11th inning. 3-3 ball game, new pitcher, and for Portland, it's the lefty, Jeremy Wu Yellen.
Wu Yellen making his 9th appearance as a Sea Dog. He's 0-0 with a 2.93 earned run average. 15 1/3 innings pitched. He's given up 11 hits, only 5 earned runs, 23 strikeouts, and just 4 walks. He has, in 8 appearances, given up 2 home runs.
So it'll be Alex Benellis who will come up for the Phillies here against Wu Yellen. Winning run, and McIntosh is on first. 1 out, bottom of the 11th. Mitch Newborn, who we believe is the last available Reading pitcher tonight, is warming up in the bullpen. Unless they tap into Mayer, Crow, or Bechtold, who threw last night. But hopefully we don't have to get to that point. Hopefully we don't see Mitch Newborn tonight. So here's Benellis against his former team. First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1. Fastball at 88 from Wu Yellen. Totally different look than Cruz.
How much would Alex Benellis like to become a big spot in this ball game right now against his former Sea Dog teammates?
Pitch is a check swing. They'll appeal. No swing, says Jamal Allen. Wu Yellen sets the belt. McIntosh off first. 1-1. And it's outside for a ball, 2-1.
Steady diet of sliders right now from Wu Yellen, the lefty against the lefty Benellis. First one was there, second 2 he's missed outside.
0 for 3 today is Benellis. Was intentionally walked last time. The pitch, swing and a miss, it's 2-2.
That's 4 straight sliders, and I wouldn't expect anything else but that right now.
Portland 2 runs in the top of the inning. Reading got 2 back in the bottom of the inning. Teams traded 2-run shots. 2-2. Swing and a miss. Spinellis goes down on strikes. So the first strikeout for Jeremy Wu-Yellen, and that'll bring Nick Dunn to the plate.
Well, if you're Nick Dunn, you just watched Spinellis see 5 straight sliders. And here we go again with a lefty-on-lefty matchup. So what would make you think you'd see anything other than a slider to start?
Dunn in. First pitch. Outside for a ball. It's 1-0.
How you throw him a fastball? But he missed outside.
Dunn pinch hit for Luis Verdugo back in the 9th. Rounded into a double play with the winning run on second. And 1 out in the frame. 9 bats, the winning run on first, and 2 outs in the 11th. The pitch, Dunn takes it. It's a strike. It's 1-1.
So a show me fastball, then comes back with that slider.
One. Dunn swings and he pops it up. Foul territory, third base side, and it is foul. So it's 1-2. This game has gone as long as a 7 o'clock game would usually go.
It's true. Last night's game was over right around now.
Yeah, I think 9:15, 9:20 last night's game ended. Fireworks were shooting by this time last night. 1-2 to Dunn. Winning run on first in a 3-3 game in the 11th. Wu-Yellen fires home. And it misses up and in, 2-2. Well, maybe you think about running McIntosh. He's only stole a bag this year in 1 attempt, but maybe try to put the guy in scoring position. And here's the pitch. Dunn swings, hits it in the air towards left. Earhart's back is over towards the line, makes the catch, and that will retire the side here in the inning. Reading, though, ties the game. 2 runs on a hit, including the Dylan Campbell 2-run home run. There were no errors and 1 man left on base. We will head to the 12th. It's all tied up at 3. Well, we go to the 12th. 3-3 our score. New pitcher in for Reading, and that is Mitch Neumborn.
Neumborn was, making the appearance for the Fightin Phillies. He is 3-0 with a 2.93 earned run average.
So Mitch Neumborn is in. I have run out of space in my scorebook. It is the 8th pitcher of the day for Reading. And Abram Liendo will go run at second. It'll be 9-1-2 due up here for the Sea Dogs. I'm also starting to run out of room in my book. I mean, it has room for 15 innings, but let's not test that out. Now, what do you do if it goes beyond 15? I don't want to find out. First pitch to Seamus. He bunts, and he gets it down. It's a beauty. It's fielded by Moore at third. He fakes the throw to first, and there is no play.
confusion there on the part of the Phils because Robert Moore, the third baseman, broke towards third, and Noonborn, I don't know that it would have mattered. It was a good bunt. And right in between the pitcher's mound and third base, Noonborn wasn't there to get it. Moore had nowhere to go. So it turns into be first and runners at the corners now.
So that'll bring the infield up for the Phils. It'll bring Mikey Romero to the plate. Leads the Sea Dogs in RBIs with 38. First pitch is swung on, popped up towards left. Fergus comes in. He's got a good arm. Leendo from third tags. He bluffs, and that's smart because Fergus just threw an absolute dot to home plate. McIntosh knocks it down, so that's out number 1.
That's a big out right there because now double play can get you out of this inning. But as Jake said, Cade Fergus with a strong arm, and it wasn't all that deep. And with Fergus's arm, and that only being the first out, they don't take the chance of having Fergus throw Leendo out.
Tommy McCullum last inning struck out the side, gave up 2 runs, 2 hits, only 1 run earned in his 1 inning of work.
Phils will leave the infield up.
First pitch is a strike. It's 0-1 to James Tibbs III.
But they might put the 2 middle infielders back, hoping to get a double play here. But right now they are up, hoping to cut off that run instead.
Oh, 1. Outside, runner goes. There is no throw. So Seamus took second. Not sure if that'll be defensive indifference or a stolen base.
Should be. I mean, it's a 1-run. I mean, you know,
well,
they
it does
get a chance
technically matter though, because it should be a stolen base because I think so, because it does matter in the course of the outcome here. 1-1. Swung on, popped towards center. Campbell's back. This should be plenty deep enough to score the run. Campbell makes the track in front of the warning track. Leendo will come home and score. Up to third goes Seamus. So it's an RBI sac fly for James Tibbs, and that'll make it a 4-3 ball game.
Designated hitter Alan Castro.
It
does go down as a stolen base for Seamus, as we kind of expected.
Yeah, it has to. I mean, again, it's a 1-run game right now, so Portland wants to get that run home.
First pitch to Castro. He swings and he fouls it back. It's 0-1. Sea Dogs bullpen's quiet, so it looks like Wu Yellen is going to come back out and have a shot at the win. Nothing to 1 in the count here to Alan Castro. Pitch home. And that's outside. It's 1-1. Castro 0 for 5. Did score a run back in the 11th as the placed runner in that inning. 1-1. It's over for a called strike. It's 1-2. Against Wu Yelland, it'll be Moore, Fergus, DeMartini, the 3 due up. Nick Dunn will be the runner on second. And we'll see whether Reading is down by just 1 when that does come up. 1-2, 2 outs and a man on third. Noonborn fires, and that one swung on, hit in the air, shallow right, in is Reyes will make the catch. And that will end the inning. So the Sea Dogs do score a run. They did it on a hit. There were no errors, and 1 man is left on base. We will head to the bottom half of the 12th inning. It's once again rally time for the Phils when we come back. Well, we go to the bottom half of the 12th inning. By far and away the longest game that Reading has played by innings this year. It's the 6th extra inning game Reading has appeared in this year. They're 1-4 overall, and all 5 so far had gone to just 10. So bottom 12, Nick Dunn is the runner on second. Robert Moore is the batter. It's 7, 8, 9 due up. And Jeremy Wu Yelland is going to be the place runner.
So let's see how the Phils play this. Do they play for the tie here to get that run across?
Moore bats from the right side. First pitch, he squares the bunt, and
Hit him.
did it hit him? It did. Did he hold this, or did he foul it off?
It might have got this
He
bat.
got the bat, so he fouled it off. Well, Bob, it's definitely the longest game inning-wise since we've been together.
Yeah, that's for sure.
I think 11 was the most. I can't remember if it was last year or 2 years ago. So on the count to Moore. Nick Dunn leads off second. He's the tying run. Moore's the winning run. Pitch home. He squares again. Pulls back.
Got the bat again.
Got the bat again. So it's 0-2. So now Moore swinging away. Well, maybe swinging away will be a good thing here.
Well, unfortunately for Robert Moore, bunting hasn't been the right potion because he popped up a bunt the last time. Now he's fouled off 2 pitches that were all right in on it.
Here's the 0-2. Curveball, and just missed outside. And it's 1 ball and 2 strikes.
I think our home plate umpire, Nick Mull, might be hearing some questions from the third base dugout on that one.
I mean, it was close, but
Yeah.
by the roll of the strike zone, it was out. Wu Yelland, the lefty, fires home. Another breaking pitch, misses way outside. It's 2-2.
A little bit of a funky delivery from Wu Yelland. I can imagine why he would be tough on left-handed hitters. He's got a pretty good slider to go along with it, but obviously now facing right-handed hitters in this lineup.
Moore 0 for 4 tonight, couple of strikeouts. Hitting .205 on the season, 2-2. Swinging a dribbler foul, third base side. And it'll stay 2-2. Moore 5 home runs this year. 4 from the right side. No, excuse me, 4 from the left side, 1 from the right side. 2-2. Moore swings, misses, pitch in the dirt. Moore, I don't think, realized it got away, so he'll kind of trot the first. Unless, is it a foul ball or is it strike? No, it is strike 3.
Yeah.
Umps just called time, so it is a strike 3. That's the second one for Wu Yelland.
That almost hit Robert Moore, too. He had 3 strikes against him. All 3 of them almost hit him. The two balls he bunted, he basically got a piece of the ball on the 2 bunts that prevented the ball from hitting him, and that pitch almost hit him as well on the swing and a miss.
So here's Cade Fergus, 0 for 4 tonight, 3 strikeouts. Nick Dunn on second is the tying run. First pitch to Fergus, and he'll swing and he'll knuckle it foul him out of play.
Well, you know what's in Cade Fergus's mind, that's for sure. Not that that's not often in his mind when he's at the plate, but it's definitely in his mind right now. Guy's got 9 home runs on the year.
Reading has not swept the series since 2019. It was August 2nd to the 4th against Altoona. They won the first 2 here against Portland in this 3-game set, but they trail by 1 here in the 12th. The 0-1. Fergus takes that on the inside corner for a called strike. It's 0-2.
Well, you got to think, I mean, he's been so slider heavy at this point in time, even if it's a right-handed hitter. You got to assume with 2 strikes you're going to see a slider from Wu Yelland.
0-2. Down and in, 1-2. Went to the fastball inside to the righty.
Maybe something to show Fergus. He did that with Dunn earlier. Shot him a fastball away. In this case, it's a fastball in on the right-handed hitter in Fergus.
Fergus swings and he fouls the next one back. Foul again. It stays 1-2.
It was a fastball again.
Crowd has thinned out some, but still a decent amount on hand for this game being almost 3.5 hours old. Here's the 1-2. Swinging a ground ball foul over top of the Sea Dogs dugout. Shoots back to the third base coach's box where Michael Jones scoops it up. Michael Jones at third base. Carl Ellison, the first base coach. Al Padrique managing from the dugout.
That was the slider from Yellen, and Fergus was well out in front of it, but got enough of it to foul it away.
Ball and 2 strikes to Fergus. Pitch home. Swings, hits it in the air towards center. Not deep. Rose back to his right a couple of steps. He'll make the catch. Nick Dunn will tag. Here comes the throw to third. Dunn is safe. So that puts the tying run on third, and that'll bring Carson DiMartini to the plate. Looks like they are going to at least try to appeal at second. I don't think Dunn left early.
I didn't think so either. There's a great throw by Rose. They made that a very close play.
And safe is the call.
Yep.
So Carson DiMartini comes up. He's the last chance for the Fightin' Phils tonight. But now Dunn, it's a smart play. It's an aggressive play.
Absolutely it is, because anything can happen.
Fastball, wild pitch.
Yep, anything can happen in
Even
this
an
spot.
error.
Yep. Now, conversation between Rosario and Wu Yellen, as you got a lefty on lefty matchup, which again, this favors Wu Yellen because he is much more difficult for a left-hand hitter with that nasty slider. I agree. I agree with that guy. I'm not sure what all he said, but I agree with him.
Talking about finishing up the game.
Finishing up the game. What do you got to talk about?
2 outs here in the bottom of the 12th inning. Portland 4, Reading 3. Nick Dunn, the tying run, is on third. Carson DiMartini, who represents the winning run, is the batter. 1 at bat for DiMartini. He's walked. First pitch. He swings and he pops it up. Shallow left. Earhart is there. He is under it, and he will make the catch, and the ball game is over. A marathon of a game. 3 hours and 29 minutes it lasted. And the Sea Dogs capture a 12-inning victory over the Fightin' Phils tonight. Well, that was a battle of attrition. And the Fightin' Phils, ultimately, they do win this series, so you'll take that coming out of the All-Star break. But the Sea Dogs do salvage the series finale, so it's an off day tomorrow, morning game on Tuesday. But for now, it's a 4-3, 12-inning victory for the Sea Dogs. We'll step aside for a moment. Bob McCool's got your post-game show after this.